Broadcast rights to this FHSAA State Series contest have been granted to Immaculata LaSalle by the Florida High School Athletic Association and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our viewing audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the FHSAA is prohibited.
That ball is caught, and he is moving. Mallory, big hit. He looks like he's heading towards the end zone. No one's going to catch Mallory, ladies and gentlemen.
And he's out.
Touchdown,
He's out of there.
Royals. He may go all the way.
He's gone.
He's going to go all the way.
Gone.
Touchdown, Royals.
Way to stay on your feet.
Brandon Kenzie.
Way to stay on your feet.
With the amazing catch. Hello, everyone, and welcome back again. We are here at the Grosso Parsons Sports Complex here at the Jungle for Friday Night Lights, and we are super excited for tonight's matchup, as earlier stated, between your Royals and a Guller Preparatory.
Hello, Royals fans, and welcome back to the Royal Sports Network. We're bringing you your live broadcast here at the Lions Den of your boys varsity volleyball state regional semifinals matchup versus Somerset Academy South Homestead. I'm Max Molitor, joined by Carlos Mera. Carlos, how you doing, man?
I'm good, ready for a great game.
Oh yeah, I mean it is a great game. This is the furthest playoff run in the boys volleyball history. Regional semis here, hosting it at home in front of the big crowds. Here in the Lions Den. I think it's truly a great moment here. For these these players that have been on, especially the seniors who have been on this program for 4 years, whether it be in varsity freshman year or JV. Like to be a part of this legacy here at LaSalle. They brought home that first district title like 2 weeks ago. At Slam. So I think this is a really great moment. And even for Carlos here, who's been on JV for 2 years, give us a little insight how it's been, seeing your guy, this program really explode, these past 2 years.
Well, the way I put it is how do I explain it? I started off not knowing volleyball at all. I played very few friends every now and then. I get into JV volleyball, and all of a sudden I'm surrounded by friends and learning and new opportunities. It's a very welcoming community.
Oh, absolutely. And I've noticed that, Carlos. I mean, you have record numbers of people joining the program. I interviewed Luciano, had the privilege of interviewing one of the team captains, Luciano Reboleto. And he was telling me how, freshman year, there was a shortage, not many people wanted to try out. But this year, they had 15 people on the team. That's the maximum amount of people you can have on a volleyball team. And and they made it. Same with JV. You guys had the maximum amount of people too, right?
Yeah.
So that's insane. To think that this program has grown in such a short amount of time in just 4 years. I think it's almost like a coming together moment for these seniors who have been here since freshman year, seeing the program expand and grow. And it's now you have beach volleyball too that came in their freshman year. So it's volleyball, that culture has really changed here at LaSalle. And I think this this game, if they win it, it's just about continuing that culture, about keeping that culture alive. And I mean, even if this is the last game of the season for them, they've made it where no other team has made it before.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I mean, and
I think they've definitely influenced the generations to come for LaSalle volleyball.
No, absolutely. It's truly a special moment. You've had coaches switch. We see shout out to former head coach Andres Rodriguez over there on the side, green shirt. And you've had a complete coach shift. You had Coach Mari and the other assistant coaches last year, though, right?
Yeah.
For volleyball.
Yes.
So it's just Danny that switched.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've had this complete shift in coaching management. I think, I think it's brilliant that you guys are just able to still, continue the success, because even last year, the season was very successful. Made it to regional quarterfinals, district runner-ups, barely lost though. Supposedly, that was a very close game, against Miami High, I believe. So very, very close, close for your Royals. But I think this season you're seeing really a special season. You know, you start off a little patchy against American Heritage. You know, you lose your first set, you know, ever playing, you know, in a year.
Yeah.
You know, so American Heritage, a team that realistically you could beat 3-0.
Yeah, it's possible.
It is.
for
It's
sure.
possible. Even with UJV guys, but you guys didn't lose a set, or did you? Did you
Uh,
for the first time you played American Heritage?
yeah, I think we lost. Yeah, set.
You lost?
Yeah, yeah.
So it was a little rocky, but I think you know what's interesting, Carlos, is I think we've seen it really here this team, especially you know even at the last game where we kept talking about this, that they had this almost like rocky, you know, sort of start to each set. But then once they locked in, once they got ready, you know, once they really like focused on the game and realized, hey, you know, this isn't like we're not playing, you know, we're playing for regionals here. We're playing to put, you know, our name here, you know, keeping it in that trophy room, you know, putting that name at, you know, something you've accomplished here at your time here at LaSalle. And this is like something that they'll take with them for the rest of their lives. And I think this is really history in the making here, you know?
It's definitely something.
Oh, yeah, Carlos. And Carlos, so, you know, you're a sophomore, you know, and JV, there's good chances potentially that you can move up to varsity next year.
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, so kind of tell us, like, what are you looking forward to? Any hopes for the team following, you know, you're losing a lot of seniors, you know, more than half of your
A lot
team
of-
is
yeah, a lot of
is
players.
seniors. So kind of give me a little insight into how do you think that adjustment process is going to do, like, any hopes, any fears?
Well, the fear is that some people might not want to do it next
Uh-huh.
year. That let's say if they did it one time, they don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Definitely a shortage of players, but hopefully you know we can keep that going. Keep people wanting to play, getting more people like freshmen next
Oh, yeah.
year to get on the team, and we get a JV and varsity team going.
And absolutely, and I remember you told me that. It's like, oh, you know, I didn't even play volleyball. I just did it for fun. I think you've
Yeah.
seen that, especially with this JV team this year, where it's, you know, like realistically, most of them haven't played volleyball before. You know, you have some people that have never even played a sport before. Like this is the first sport that they've really, you know, actively participated in. I think it's about that, you know, it's about that culture. It's about bringing people together, you know, and I think that's beautiful. You bring, you know, soccer players. You even have Justin over here, you know, who's a basketball player. You have all these guys, you know, playing volleyball and trying it out and just expanding the overall brotherhood and, you know, team dynamic. I think that's beautiful. You know, that, you know, even if it culminates tonight, like this is really a season to remember. And, you know, you have old players, new players, potentially new players, you know, here.
Yeah.
This is an exciting opportunity for all of them to just witness something really special here tonight. And we've played Sash before. We played them at the Miami Volleyball Classic, the first round in Belen. And we did win, but they did win this first set. So we didn't end up forcing a third set after we won the second set. So if you ask me, this is probably not going to be a 3-0. But you
Yeah.
never know. You never know. I
It
mean,
could happen.
It
you
could
know.
happen, you know, but
It's really an unpredictable
oh
game.
yeah,
You know?
no, absolutely. And I think that is unpredictable. Like I was talking to, you know, Daniel Alzan, Lucas Salgado, two sophomore players on varsity, and they were telling me, you know, this is one of those games that we're going in and we know we can win, but it's also about like if we lock in and if we really, you know, give it our all, because this is not an easy opponent. You know, we played Hebrew Academy, won 3 sets, 25-4. You know, that was the first set, 25-6. You know, like this is not going to be one of those games, at least. I don't think so. But this is definitely going to be a game that I think is going to test, you know, the team's character and their ability. Like, do they want this? Do they want to make it a states?
Yeah.
Do they want to play either True North or Sunset? Which, if we win this game, we would advance to state regional finals on Tuesday. And if Sunset wins, then we would host another game. So, Carlos, you know, you never know. Maybe another live stream.
Never know.
But
Hopefully.
yeah, and if not, then we would advance. If we win this game, we would advance and play True North at True North on Tuesday for regional finals. The chance to bring home a regional championship here at LaSalle. Pretty exciting there. Putting another trophy on that wall. We've had a lot of trophies up here this year, huh?
Yeah.
Carlos, you know.
Our sports teams have definitely been doing good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like you know, we have even for our girls volleyball team. You know, Coach Danny Rodriguez, of course, the head coach for them too. You know, they were district runner-ups, and sure, it was a little disappointing losing to Downtown Doral, a team that they, you know, won the first 2 sets by, but pretty easily. But I think that's also, you know, district runner-up is nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, it's
you know,
definitely, you know, they put in a lot of work for that.
exactly, and it's, you know, it's just about the work you see here. You know, the work ethic of these guys, and you know, they have a good record. LaSalle is, of course, 14-6. Sash is 18-5, so Sash is a pretty competent team. That is not you know, that is not a poor team by any means.
Yeah.
They did beat Colonial Christian 3 times. You know, they won districts against Colonial Christian, so that's a good team. And Carlos, let's take a look at the schedules for Sash and see if there's any overlapping teams.
Yeah.
So as we see here, Ransom, they did play Ransom and actually beat Ransom 2-0, just like we did again at the volley tournament and also at the second home game of the season.
Yeah.
So Ransom, that is for us that wasn't too bad of a match. That was a pretty quick game, maybe like 50 minutes. So, but that doesn't really say anything. But then you see a team like Dr. Joaquin Garcia, who we've played to and we lost. But you have Sash over here that forced a third set against Dr. Joaquin Garcia. Dr. Joaquin Garcia is a pretty good volleyball program overall. They did play Slam, beat Slam 3-0, who we played for districts, to take home that district title. They lost to Matter Lakes, which we also we lost to in JV too. Carlos, maybe you can give some insight into that. You played, of course, against Matter Lakes. That's a top level volleyball program.
They're definitely good. Yeah. They know what they're doing.
No, I mean they have players signing, to St. Thomas University. You have that's a volleyball program, and I think Matter Lakes realistically, I think it could have been possible to not go home 3-0, but I think that's also there was a period there I think in our mid-season roughly where we were playing those really tough teams. We were playing True North, we were playing Gables, we were playing Matter Lakes, and I think it doesn't show that our ability to lose, but it shows our ability to come back strong because we haven't lost a game in this would be our fourth game in a row that we win. Fourth game in a row that we would win by 3 sets if we win this 3-0. So
hopefully.
Yeah, no, I think it's truly powerful being here, and you see Andres, standing next to these seniors that he's known for 4 years, and rekindling, his impact with them. And
it's like a family, I think.
It is a family.
In my opinion.
No, absolutely. Yeah. It is a family. And even with the JV guys, like you tell me on the bus, it was a family. And of course, you gotta shout out the moms, the parents, the dads, the moms, the uncles. They're all coming to the games and they bring a lot of food. Today I heard they bring empanadas, so I'm sure the players are,
very excited.
Very excited for that. They want to take. Yeah, and I think that's the culture of volleyball here. That's even if we lose, it's okay because. We know we could have done better, and we'll take it home. And I think that would be beautiful if we played True North once more, next week as a final testament to that, where we're able to come back against that team that beat us, 3-0. But that's a game that was very close, even for JV. You won that first set was what, 18-25?
Yeah, I believe
Yeah, that's a very, very close game, and I think. Realistically, you could see something like that again, and I think this game will also, this will be a moral tester for our team.
Absolutely.
And I'm excited to see that for our Royals, here in the Don Bosco Arena, for a nice home game, regional semifinals. That's
definitely something. I'll say that.
2 games away from states. We win next week. We make it to state semifinals, hosted in Lakeland, I believe. At one of the community colleges there. Don't know the specific name, but yeah, it would definitely be exciting to go there. First team to go to states. In a little bit. Soccer made it to state semis, I believe, a couple years back. So this would be the first team besides cheer and sailing to make it there. So I think that would be really impressive. And these guys work hard. They show a lot of effort, and I think they want this.
Yeah, they've proven that through their games. They know what they want.
Yeah. No, and I mean, I think that's like they were really locked in. You usually see these guys like goofing off before the games, having a lot of fun. But like today, when I walked in there, like there was a different culture. It's like, we're playing
different
here.
mindset. It's
different
like,
mindset.
Yeah, you notice when they're when they're hitting, when they're passing.
Yeah, absolutely different
goofing off and really locking in.
No, they want this. Like this is an opportunity for them. To make school history.
Yeah.
Take something. Make something out of it. And they've already done so much so far, in their time here, for this volleyball program.
Win or lose, they've definitely shown their worth.
No, great work ethic, and I'm really excited, to see how these guys, keep on doing. So, we might have an injured player this game. It looks like Christian Bagshot is warming up with the team. But from what I've heard from several players is that he does have an injury, so he may not play. So I'm curious to see how that would work, because last game you saw that Justin was substituted for Bagshot. So You'd be curious to see if this would be the game, because I believe it's been like almost 4 games since Christian played, and he is a starter on varsity in a regional semifinals match. That is not an injury that you don't want, that you want, excuse me. But
Yeah,
I
it's
think
definitely a game that we need him in. So
yeah, no, absolutely. There's definitely an opportunity here, and yeah, no, I mean I think it's truly nice here to be on a Friday, watching a game like this here at home, because these guys earned it. For them, this has been a little bit of a shortened season. They had a couple games at the tournament at the Miami Volley Classic, but generally speaking, like they did have more games in years past, so they had less opportunities. But with this amazing playoff run, they have added another 4 games to their season. So, this is definitely a season that's still kicking, and I'm excited to keep watching. Carlos, with the fact that you have such a young team here, what do you think what do you think they add to the table? Like, you know some of those guys personally. You know Plaza, you know Salgado,
yeah.
even those guys that were moved up to varsity this year. What do you think they've added so far to this season that maybe we didn't have in previous years?
Well, I feel like every individual player, like Plaza has his height. Dario, he's very skillful
Yeah.
in back row, as our libero. They bring in things because with every new upcoming freshman year, the new kids come in to play for our
Yeah.
team, and they show unique skills, new sets.
No, absolutely.
It's always exciting to see that because you add a little bit, new players, new starting, you mix up the roster a little bit. It's cool to see.
No, yeah, and Carlos, like you said, yeah, very well-rounded. Your communication is there, your defense is there. Your front row is more than capable. Tall guys, can penetrate any block. You got great hitters.
Yeah.
You have Auza, who's just, I mean, he knows how to
Oh,
slam
yeah.
that ball on the court.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's truly. You have very special players here, and I'm excited to see what we're gonna see from them here tonight at the Lions Den. Of course, got to shout out Sister Kim here, always here to support our Royals.
Yeah.
It's a big moment. Carlos, I know for us seniors we don't have classes, but maybe you guys get steak and cake if we win regional finals. I know that's
Hopefully,
something
yeah.
you're after. That is very true. Number 2 seed, so that's why True North would host. They are number 1 seed, and Sunset is number 5 seed. So if Sunset wins again in an upset, then we would host.
Yep.
course, you know, you have your players here.
Yeah.
Shaking hands with, of course, their team captain and the other players.
Yeah. Showing respect, you know, that's always a big part of the game.
Of course, Carlos, my favorite part has to be the fist bump with the refs. But I call them blue. It's not baseball.
You know, it shows that even at the end of the day, you know, we're going against each other, but
Yeah.
you know, we're all volleyball players. We're
No,
all,
absolutely.
You know,
No, and volleyball's like, you know, still relatively small sport compared
Yeah.
to, you know, the big sports here.
it's more like a community.
It is, yeah. But it is a rapidly growing sport. Like, I think the growth is pretty unprecedented, especially like when you see with beach and court, and especially like more guys than ever trying to participate. And I think that's beautiful. You know, more people want to get engaged with the sport.
That's definitely a fun part.
Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, but Carlos, that is your favorite part, right? The team huddle.
Absolutely. Varsity year, I want to learn how to do a backflip so I can.
You do that to start the game?
Yes, that would be it.
Carlos, I think you'd be the first volleyball player here in maybe LaSalle history to do a backflip.
On camera, as long as I don't eat it, you know.
Yeah, as long as you don't. Yeah, you never know. That's
yeah.
true. If you fail, then you know.
On camera, that's not the best.
That's pretty embarrassing. I gotta be real with you, Carlos. So you gotta
Yeah.
make sure you have the timing right. You know.
Of course, gotta practice.
You might have to learn from some of the football players. You know, you see them doing backflips when they exit the helmet. So.
I host varsity, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Okay, look, that looks to be our starting lineup. Of course, we have Auza, Lucas Rosales, Mariano Leon. We got Dario Lamas as our libero. Martin Plaza, you know, in our front row. Lorenzo Boutis. Lorenzo Boutis is not playing. Is he playing front row?
He can't tell.
Yeah, that's a good question. Interesting there. He is playing front row. And then we also have Justin Pastor, who is subbing in for Christian Bagshot. So I believe Christian is not playing for this game, which is, of course, a little bit of a disadvantage. You know, one of our best players, you know, one of our starters. But Justin did prove himself as a more than capable, you know, replacement at the last game. So I'd be curious to see how that goes.
Okay, goes up to serve.
Mariano Leon. Lorenzo Boutis, and a point for LaSalle. That ball was going to go out, but they decided to go for it.
Yeah. It's a big part of volleyball. It's all about reading the where it's going.
And you were telling me about that earlier, like a little predicament with Steven, huh? About reading the ball. And I think that is difficult in volleyball. You never know.
Definitely a big part, yeah.
Yeah, because you don't know whether to play it safe or, you know, try risky for it.
Oh,
But
yeah, exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Talking, you know, speaking of just that.
If you can't read the ball, you're definitely going to be hearing from your coach after the game. You know,
Yeah,
like.
your Royals take 2 pretty easy points so far to start off the game. The score is 2-0. And you hear that energy already. That's how you know we're at a home game with that home crowd cheering, "Let's go Royals." It hits the net. Point for your Royals. All right, Dario Lamas looks to serve.
Ooh.
Almost falls off the net there, but he didn't manage to get it over the net. Plaza.
Definitely fooled me. And is out.
It is out, and point for LaSalle. LaSalle taking 4 points already pretty easily so far. So you're saying LaSalle with an advantage, but I do think Sash is, you know, I think they are playing a little, you know, I think their communication is off.
Pre-game jitters.
Yeah, a little bit pre-game jitters, you know, regional semifinal jitters. Yeah, double.
And
Looks like a double, right?
Double trouble, yeah.
Yep.
Dario's definitely giving us some points.
Oh yeah, Dario, freshman libero, brother of Andreas Lamas, the senior on varsity boys basketball team.
Yeah. Definitely give us our fair share of points. And
a point for LaSalle, and that ball went out once more. Sash is really, unfortunately, you know, not reading the room there, going a little bit, giving 3 like very easy points. I think definitely communication is off for them right now. Like they definitely need to do a better job at communicating. And you have Coach Andres Rodriguez joined the circle, joined the coaching, and of course, you know him very well, right, Carlos?
Yes, he did. He helped me a lot when I first started out. He was very helpful.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We've seen that, and I think both coaches, you know, whether it be Andres or his dad, Danny, have done a great job for here at this program, and
Absolutely.
you know, I think it's just excellent, you know. Dario looks to serve once more, maybe what, his 5th time in a row?
7th, maybe.
7th, yeah,
Yeah,
Carlos?
we're up 7 right now, yeah.
That's true, 7-0.
Has to be some kind of record.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. And they hit it over the free ball.
Yeah. Oh, and the ball hits his hand and it goes out. Point for
Head
LaSalle.
tap, yeah.
That is a great start for your Royals here.
Yeah.
You know, we were going into this game and saying, okay, this is a pretty capable team here. But so far, we've seen like a pretty strong start there from our Royals. 8-0? It should be 8-0, right?
7-0.
7-0. I guess it's 7-0, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I missed the point there. We got to shout out Ava Marquez giving a report in the background. What's up, Royals? Of course, we bring you coverage not just from here from the broadcast, but also at the games with, you know, pre-game, post-game interviews. Sometimes pre-game interviews. You never know. Point for LaSalle.
We're definitely on a roll.
Definitely on a roll here. And we got Steven catching the ball.
Yep. Future varsity.
Future varsity prospect.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Nicest shoes on JV.
For sure.
Definitely the, you know, he likes those post-game snacks the most, that's for sure.
Yeah. Post game, after game, you know.
But yeah, don't matter. Do you have smooth ball control like that, Carlos? Can you move it around you like that? For real? Yeah?
Not that level, but.
Not that level, but
not
getting
varsity.
there,
Hopefully next year. Next
yeah,
year.
no, absolutely. That's for varsity only.
Yeah,
JV can't
yeah.
do that. JV
Yeah,
definitely JV definitely has some talent. That's for sure.
Some requirements, yeah. Ooh.
Oh, and still LaSalle gets the point as they managed to get out of. Oh no, it looks like a point.
Looks like they got the point.
It looked to go out of bounds there, but
Yeah.
the officials did give it to Sash. So, you know, by technicality, they're always right.
That's all about, you know, not letting them get in their heads and.
Absolutely, yeah.
So they can turn this around with one
Back
person
shot?
serving.
Oh, that's not back shot. Sorry, Batiste.
And it's out. All right, back to us.
Point for LaSalle. 10-1
Yep.
so far. 9-point lead.
It's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, here in your first set. That's really good.
Definitely starting strong.
Oh yeah, we are starting very strong here. Oh, we gotta give a special shout out to Coach Habib Kawan, assistant baseball coach, showing out for the Royals.
And
Point for LaSalle.
wow.
We will take that, Carlos.
Absolutely, no complaining here.
Okay, so realistically, you have almost a situation here at the Hebrew Academy game where we were leagues ahead. This is definitely not a great start for Sash, especially for a district title winner, a team that actually forced a third set. You know, won the first set against us. So I think we came into this game with a lot of energy, but they definitely need a little bit more communication. I think a little bit more time to really, you know, assess the situation and really come back stronger.
Ooh, that was definitely a good dive.
Point for LaSalle.
Again, wow. Definitely doing good for ourselves.
Yeah, definitely doing very
That's how
good.
Sister Kim's happy, yeah.
Yeah, Sister Kim is very happy. She knows there's steak and cake coming.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, Carlos, you know, tell me about it, okay? Text me how good it is.
Ooh, another point for LaSalle.
Point for LaSalle.
Ooh, and
It is out. Point for LaSalle.
And those chants. I like
Was that Steven?
It might be.
Yeah, it might be Steven. Whoever the loudest is Steven.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how I at least figure it out.
Ah.
Okay, that we did give up a point there. I mean, but that happens. You know, you hit the net. Maybe a little more force was needed on that one.
Can't be perfect every time.
Yeah, it can't be perfect.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Definitely in the lead. We definitely have an advantage. I'll say
yeah,
that.
so far we do have a very, very good advantage. 12 points ahead, but you did see your Royals come back 10 points in a matter of minutes at the last game of the third set. So you never know. It is not impossible for the Hurricanes. Not the Miami Hurricanes, although they have the colors.
That's true.
The Somerset Academy South Homestead Hurricanes, the Sash Hurricanes. Point for LaSalle.
Point for LaSalle, yep. Seems
15-2 here, Carlos, to start off your regional semifinals matchup. Of course, it is varsity level, so they do need to win 3 games in order to advance to regional finals on Tuesday against either True North or Sunset.
seems as if they're serving again. Something went wrong.
Yes. Yeah, looks to be a poor.
Yeah. Did they get it over?
I believe he did serve before the whistle was blown. That's probably why.
Oh yeah.
How
And
another? Oh, this looks to really. It looks to be a point there for Sash.
Yeah.
The tick tick boom chant. That's
That's definitely a big one.
that's a big one. Might be my favorite one there, Carlos.
No, definitely one of the favorites.
Yeah. And to know, Sunset is currently playing True North. The game is live right now, so we should know the final score of that game towards the end of this broadcast. So we should be able to know who we are playing
The big reveal, yeah.
if we do win this game. So, Royal, stay tuned for
Ooh,
that.
and they're
Great
blocked.
job there, blocking
Whoa.
Justin Pastor, showing why he,
Yeah.
is a multi-sport athlete. Coming,
Absolutely.
yeah. And I think court sports are just in nature.
Yeah.
That was a
Definitely
great block
orients
there.
into volleyball.
I mean, his height definitely doesn't hurt him either.
Absolutely.
He's a relatively tall guy there.
Ah.
15-4 is your score for your Royals. Very impressive start here.
And it's out. Another point for Royals. (16-4). Definitely can't complain about that. Yeah, Lucy serving.
Wow, great
Whoa.
dive there. You see Sash starting to wake up a little bit, not making those same mistakes. They do manage to get a point there. Carlos, I think it's also a good time to note that this is actually our second regional semifinal broadcast of the year. Our first was against Monsignor Pace for football. So, as we wind down this year, it's interesting to see, now that we have another one, it's interesting to reflect on where we've been from that Pace game all the way to here, Regional finalist for football, district championship for girls soccer, district runner-up boys soccer. The accolades are numerous, and we might add a regional championship potentially next week to the list.
Oh, it goes in for a tip.
Luciano. I was up.
Kills it.
What a kill there. I mean, there's a no kidding. He's leading in kills. I was speaking to him earlier, and he's like, everything hitting, I'm leading. And I was like, I don't know about that. But, yeah, he is very right. Kills per set, 3.2 per game. Per set, Hitting percentage, 0.270. And he gets 164 kills. That is definitely a very impressive player right there.
Definitely some stats, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Mariano, great serve there. And it does.
One time.
Yeah, point for Sash. The score is still 17-15. This is 17-5. Excuse me. That is still a very good score.
Yeah.
For your Royals.
Hopefully, can't complain about that. But
No, sir.
Oh.
Wow. Oh, wow. Great hit there. That was a hit by
Alza, yeah.
by Plaza?
Alza.
Alza, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a very good hit.
Yeah. Definitely shut that down.
Yeah, shut that down for sure. Yeah, and now he's going to serve. Oh, a point there.
Seems to be.
But they are frustrated. Perhaps they saw something that we did not see. All right, so the ref does still look to be communicating. Hasn't given Alza yet the go-ahead to serve.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to go.
Looks to serve there. Good. Good kill there, huh? By
Yeah. Okay, Hurricanes are up for the serve. And it's out.
is
Gets
out.
the point.
Yes.
And
20-7 is your score, Carlos. That is
wow.
a pretty crazy first set there.
Definitely impressive. Yeah.
Definitely impressive there. I mean, that is looking a little like Hebrew Academy there.
We have.
It looks to be Christian Backshot playing.
Good to see him back, yeah. Okay, we have Dario serving.
Dario serving there.
And,
Looks to be your libero for Sash serving number 9. Number 9, Mauricio Mandarain, who is leading actually in kills per set and kills. That doesn't look right.
oh,
Yeah, that does
point
not
for
look-
LaSalle.
That does not look right. That's not.
Even with injuries, he does not fail to disappoint.
That is not your libero. I do apologize. That is your outside hitter, right setter, and your yeah, and also he plays libero. Interesting, but he's not libero for this game.
Barrow's number.
Yeah, number 16, right?
16, yes.
Yeah, you have number 16 as your libero. Xavier Gill, who's actually leading your receptions, 31 receptions on the season. Now Lucas Bargan, of course, one of our team captains, senior here. Last season here playing boys volleyball. Point for Sash.
They'll definitely will not go down without a fight.
Giving the famous tick tick boom
Oh, yeah.
once more. By the end of this broadcast, Carlos, you're going to be teaching me all the
Chance and
the
all
chants,
that,
exactly.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Ooh, and seems
is
to
that
be.
in?
It's
And
not
yeah, it looks
in.
to be barely out. Nice close up there. The ball
Yeah.
almost hit the camera. They are
Yeah.
expensive though.
Yeah.
All right, libero Xavier Gill looking to serve once more. Hits the net. Point for LaSalle.
Definitely coming up close to 25.
Yeah, we might. Yeah,
Hopefully
yeah.
we can shut it down. We can go to second quarter with
Oh
the
yeah,
win.
definitely a great start for your Royals here in regional semifinals. Good. Oh, great block there, but it does go over the net.
At least we're there, you know. We're getting
Yeah,
there.
that's
we're
true.
trying to see the patterns. We're trying to block.
We are
it.
seeing the patterns, and you do see Sash doing a much better job, serving.
Yeah.
That's absolutely crucial, and I think in the beginning they did a pretty poor job with that. Giving up a few points there.
He's out.
Speaking about giving up a few points, that
Yeah.
I think is the biggest detriment to this team so far against Sash.
Yeah.
Of course, we have Christian Backshaw over here serving.
Oh.
And the libero looks to hit the ball out, And then, of course, that's also followed by number 9. Yeah, that was not ideal.
Definitely something.
That was definitely something.
Hopefully they can shake it off.
Looked like they were playing hot potato there, Carlos.
Yeah. Definitely not the best, but
Yeah, no, not ideal. Good serve there by Christian Backshot.
He
Oh,
manages
great
to
dive
save it.
there by
Yeah.
Libero. You know, maybe should cut some slack. They do get the point. Great work there by Libero.
Yeah.
You know, one mistake does not define an athlete, that is for sure.
Of course.
It's your ability to respond to that, Carlos.
Able to change and adapt.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that defines your character as
course.
an athlete. Ooh, great serve there. Looks to be a point for LaSalle. As LaSalle takes the first set, 25-12. Your Royals need 2 more sets to take home this win and advance to regional finals next week on Tuesday against either True North or Sunset. Well, Royals fans, welcome back to the Royal Sports Network. I'm Max Mulder, joined by Carlos Moreira. Carlos, tell me, what are we seeing here so far this game? Your Royals have a pretty big lead. What took on that first
mistakes,
set?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely minimal mistakes.
Yeah,
we put a lot of pressure in the beginning. We're doing very well. Hopefully we keep that rhythm and, you know.
Oh, definitely, you're seeing that from our Royals. Like they're not making many errors. Their communication's good. They're you know, and we saw that last game too at the Kelowna Christian game. Communication, defense, front row. Everyone was doing their part as a team and as a unit, and they were communicating. And I think that really led us to take home that game. And what you're seeing here, like this first set, just like that. Last time we played Sash, we lost the first set. But you see here, vice versa, right? It's turning the table a little bit. I think that's what we're seeing here so far in this game. And I think if we keep doing this, if we keep applying that pressure, like you see Sash, I have a feeling we're going into this game a little bit, iffy, because they really did need a wake-up call. And it took like,
I think they found it. They definitely had some big hits on us, you know.
It took a half a set for them to really wake up and realize, here we are.
Can't take a light this.
This is not a light game. This is win or go home. Win this or go home.
Yeah.
For them, literally, because it's not a home game. So yeah, this is definitely a big game, and there's a lot at stake here for both programs. Especially for Sash.
My prediction, they're definitely gonna come back this second round. I feel like they're gonna put a lot of pressure on us, but we gotta.
No, definitely.
We gotta put the slack.
We've noticed with teams like this, where very competent teams that we play, and we beat them the first set by a lot. That they bring in a lot of pressure, and I think generally that's actually a good thing. Because that shows that hey, they're actually playing really good, and I think that's important. For our Royals to be able to adapt and handle that new challenge and handle that more pressure. Alrighty, Royals. I guess we're back. So as we wait for the action to continue once again.
Yep.
We definitely it's an interesting game so far. Yeah. First set took home pretty easily. Moving on to second set now. Curious to see if this would change. Like Carlos said, definitely you did see them starting to wake up a little bit towards the end of that first set. They were definitely making less mistakes. Their communication was better. So I'm curious to see if that advances into the second set, and really maybe they're able to take that second set by lead and actually apply more pressure to your Royals. Because at the end of the day, this is a Royals broadcast, but Sash is a competent team, so you don't want to deny that they do have potential here to take home this win. So yeah, I'm really curious to see how these next 2 sets play out, because that will determine the future of this game, and also the potential for both programs.
Also from personal experience, I always find like the first set to be a little bit of a wake-up call.
It is.
It's a
for sure.
It's a sign you gotta wake up.
Oh yeah, and especially like here, for volleyball, they haven't played in 3 days. They've had practice Wednesday, Thursday, but they haven't had a lot of games on Fridays.
Really?
I can even tell with the broadcast. We did games on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, but I don't think we've done a Friday broadcast.
No.
So this is definitely something new, and especially for our players. I know, Carlos, this is usually your off day, right? You don't have practice on Fridays. So this is definitely interesting for the for your Royals playing on a Friday. This is they're not used to it, and I think but the way they're playing shows that they definitely had a good practice last night.
Oof. Looks a little back, but they still managed to hit it,
Oh! Manages to dive, don't save the ball. Darlamas. Boom. And he goes for it, but another great dive there by Libero, number 16. Xavier Gill, I believe.
Yep.
And Xavier is
And
playing.
it's
Point 4 is Sash. You got to shout out their libero. I really think he's the key player of the game so far for Sash. He's doing a great job defensively. I even think even in the beginning, like doing his best job to ensure that they don't lose more points.
okay. See if they know. Yep.
Point for LaSalle.
They were giving a nice floater. They were able to work with it and make it into something.
No, yeah. And the set is still young, 1-1. Carlos, give me a little insight into that. I know volleyball, since it's 25 points, how does it feel like being tied with with an opponent like this?
Oh, it's definitely stressful.
It is stressful.
Yeah. So you have constantly people subbing in and out. You gotta.
Oh yeah.
You personally feel like it's on you. You know, if you mess up, it's game over.
No, absolutely, and especially with our team, there's 15 players. 6 on the court.
It puts the pressure. Yeah.
It does put some pressure, and these guys are we're also high school athletes. For the seniors, this is the last time playing, so they really want to go out with a bang if this is the last game of the season for them.
Absolutely.
All right, we have Xavier Gill. I like that last name, Gill.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of a joke with Hurricanes and Gill, but I don't think it really goes together, does it, Carlos?
Not really.
No, sir. Okay.
Oh, seems to be
communicating with the coach or referee. Curious what that's about.
Yeah, it might be a little hold down.
A little hold down there.
Yeah.
Interesting. That is very interesting. So yeah, the ref does look to be communicating with one of the players on Sash. I don't know who because I can't see the number. Looks to be Lucas showing a lot of energy. Lucas Barragan, getting hyped playing the second set here.
Definitely ready.
On the cusp of a regional championship game, there's definitely a lot of pressure here from both sides, and
absolutely.
Win or go home. That's the mentality that these players have.
It's all on the table right now.
Yeah, and for the seniors again, they win, or they actually go home because they don't have classes, so they don't need to go to school again. So, they actually have to go home. Oh yeah, look at Lorenzo Butice showing his soccer skills. Could have been a soccer prospect too, but he chose volleyball.
Yeah.
Carlos, you play soccer too, right?
Yeah, a little bit every
A little bit on the side,
Yeah, definitely some potential there.
Definitely some potential there.
Some cool things I like about volleyball is that it grabs players from basketball, soccer, baseball because of the swing. You swing your arm.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Baseball. I never thought about that too.
It orients from other sports, so it brings a lot of people in because it's really for everybody. But because you can hang out with you get to bond with them.
Yeah.
You get to hang out. You get to play basketball sometimes. You
No.
play soccer
Yeah,
with
and it's
them.
almost like a full body sport because you can use your legs, you can use your
course,
feet,
yeah.
you can use your upper body. So it's really like a sport that I think many athletes can play because the best.
It's really a sport for anybody.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Alrighty, Royals. We're back. Welcome back to the Royal Sports Network. I'm Max Mahler, joined by
I'm Carlos.
Carlos, and we're back in the action. Second set, scores 2-1. Your Royals are actually losing by 1 point. Well, we might be tied, but Sash managed to get the ball back in bounds.
Hey, so we're making it work. And
multiple times. One of them worked, but nope, they're not able to save that ball. You have that Royals flag. Haven't seen that flag in a while since maybe the fall for girls indoor.
because the ball went over. Oh, tip.
Dario Lamas. Ooh, good block there by Sash. Their
We
front,
do end up getting the point, yeah.
yeah, but their front row for Sash has been pretty much better this second set. That is
Absolutely.
good on them.
Definitely picking up the pace.
Oh yeah, picking up the pace. Oh, it hits the net.
The contact is there, though. We got to watch out for that.
That is true. They definitely do have a lot of powers in there in those hits.
Definitely can't underestimate them.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
I think that's important. And we've seen that with this team where we underestimate the wrong opponents, and like I matter that they force a 4 set. You know, point 4 Sash. Yeah, this set is much more even, for sure. But your Royals are still in the lead by 1 point.
Really getting us with the swings, hitting, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right now, 4-4, we're tied.
Yeah, 4-4. We are tied. We have a tied ball game here in the second set. Again, yeah, it says still young. And the ball is. Point is given to Sash.
Oh, and it's out.
And it is out. We were talking about that earlier. That in that first set they were really doing a poor job serving that ball.
Yeah.
A lot of them went out giving free and easy points to your Royals, but so far they're doing a little bit better of a job than that. Luciano Robledo looks to be in. Other libero, but he's not playing libero today.
Oof, definitely tight.
Yeah, good attempt there by Alza. Alza's playing with a broken finger, so you got to give a lot of credit to the guy.
Yeah.
A lot of resilience there. But does not want to miss out the chance here playing regional semifinals. Must be number 12 there, starting for Sash. Brian Salgado, who's leading with hitting percentage, .636%. Oh, great dive there by Lorenzo. Great save. Oh! It's a kill there by Alza.
Yeah.
Oh, and that ball is hit to the ground by your Royals. You're hearing a lot of frustration from your Royals fans. I mean, that was
Royals, yeah.
That was a close game there. Close point there, excuse me. Game's not over yet, Carlos.
Reasonable, though. We definitely got to pick up the pace here. We can't.
That is true. They are. Oh, yeah. Talk about picking up the pace. That is a highlight, putting in the recruitment highlight video right there. Great kill there by Alza. One of his couple kills of the night, I think.
Yeah. You would tell us to kill it, yeah.
Yeah. You have Mariano Leon serving.
Oh. They can still save it, yep. They get it over.
And that looks to be just barely in.
The front row is definitely
Yeah, the front row is definitely doing a much better job. I think defensively, you've seen Sash kind of wake up. Same with their front row. So I think they're getting more well-rounded as the game is progressing. Oh, great hit there. Is that in or no? That looks to be in. The Royals are starting to trail behind a couple of points, 6-9 there.
not let it get into our heads, though. We got to keep in the game,
Your Royals don't want them to force a fourth set here. This would be, again, the first game in four games, that a fourth set would be forced. We took home the past 3 games 3-0.
So we saved it.
Oh, Alza there, picking up a nice and easy point there for your Royals. And he was out there.
Hopefully to bring us.
And it hits the net. Carlos spoke a little too soon. Carlos, maybe you shouldn't have
soon.
said anything, Carlos. I think
Maybe we should have kept my mouth quiet on
yeah,
that one.
well, we know that for next time.
Hopefully.
You know what I think is interesting, Carlos? These are two teams from Homestead that we played back to back. Of course,
yeah,
Sash
sure.
and Colonial Christian. So maybe
Yeah.
gotta change up the pace a little bit.
Gotta switch it up, you know. They know
Yeah,
our
playing
tactics.
exactly. So we hear Steven, of course, with his
Yeah.
loud mouth.
Definitely one of our.
Definitely one of our most active fans.
Yeah.
Shout out to the assistant athletic director, Coach Vono. Of course, all of them here to support your Royals. Making
And
history
it's out.
tonight.
Point for Royals.
Point for your Royals. Speaking about trailing behind, we're only trailing behind 1 point here. Your Royals.
Yeah, it's anybody's game right now. It's very unpredictable.
Very well said, Carlos. Anybody's game. Carlos is not reading this off a dictionary. He's just
Yeah.
coming off the noggin.
Yeah.
Dario's done a great job serving tonight.
Hopefully to put us up a few points. I don't want to jinx it. But
Yeah, because
like
don't want to
last
speak too
time,
soon,
yeah.
Carlos.
Okay.
Maybe you did. Carlos, maybe you did speak too soon once more.
Yeah, maybe I might need to keep my mouth shut on this one. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I might. Get us a few points. Oh, looks like it's. Oh.
Yeah, you're a good dive there. Attempted dive by Dario Lamas, but unfortunately, that was a close call. Back shot, manages to tip it over. Point for your Royals. As your Royals trail behind 2 points. It is a very close game in the second set. This is definitely the game I imagine we would go into. Not like your first set where the score was like 25-10 or 25-12. Looks to be a point there for Sash.
Can we get it up?
Oh, man, Sash has been doing a great job recovering that ball, even when it goes over bounds. They're able to maintain control, and they were able to get the point there. So you do have your coaches saying it was out, I believe.
Yes.
Coach Mari.
And we do end up. I think we.
Do we take that point there? That did look out.
Yeah.
It looked close there.
And is our point.
And it is our point, Carlos.
Yeah.
We will take that, and that is a good call there by our referees. Of course, our coaches.
We'll take what we can get.
Yeah, absolutely. But we don't need no handouts with a block like that by Christian Bagshaw, who is playing again despite his injury. We do have 2 injured players. But they're doing a great job tonight here. The Lions Den.
Ooh. Dario with the save.
Oh, they do hit it. It is our point for your Royals, 12-14. Because what I really see what this says, you had your Sash take that early advantage, in the beginning of the set, but I think your Royals are bouncing back really strong here.
Yeah, we're definitely on their tail.
Yeah, we're definitely on their tail,
Yeah.
Luciano Reboletto looking to serve once more. Oh, wow, that was a kill for Sash. Yeah, Lucas Vargan felt that full force of that one, but that was a good hit. Yeah, and you can see that Sash is definitely not a Teletubby. They know how to play.
Definitely not a team to underestimate.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's why.
Yeah, their wake up call. Now they're
they're
full force.
Yeah, now here comes the hurricane.
Yeah.
Like that one, Carlos?
Yeah. Somebody quote that.
I hope so.
And it's out.
It is out. Point for LaSalle. Yeah, the Hurricane needs to show a little less force on that one.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like
Yeah, team huddle there for your Royals in this very close second set. Very, very close overall for your Royals. As you saw that first set, we took that home pretty easily, but this second set, the rest of this game, I doubt will be like that. You have a very tight game. The winner will probably be decided by just a few points. Very, very close game. Well, Royals, welcome back to the Royal Sports Network. I'm Max Mulder.
joined by Carlos Moreno.
Joined by Carlos Marrero. Exciting night here. State regional semifinals matchup against Sash Hurricanes. The winner of this game will advance to regional finals next Tuesday against either the #1 seed, True North, or #5 seed, Sunset. So depending on if Sunset wins, we would host another game. So this might not be the last time, Carlos, they see us. You never know. But if Sunset does manage to win, we would host and we would live stream on Tuesday. But if True North wins, we would travel to True North on Tuesday for that game. So
We'll see
definitely,
today.
definitely exciting, especially if we take home this win. But of course, the game is not over yet.
Anybody's game right now.
Anybody's game right now, Carlos. Exactly. Very
I
well
will
said.
take 1 point right now for
Yeah.
quarter win. And it
Of course, you have little baby showing off that ILS school spirit dancing.
I'm not surprised. He's definitely full of spirit.
No, he definitely brought
School
that
spirit,
energy to the
yeah.
basketball games. Good to see him doing the same thing for volleyball over here. Good serve there. Yeah, point for LaSalle. Looks to be a point for LaSalle there.
Yeah.
Good.
I
Yeah.
believe.
Always when you hear that super loud cheering, I
Yeah.
think that's a good indicator that point for LaSalle.
Yeah, definitely hints there.
Yeah. Mariano Leone, senior, number 32. Mariano Leone looks to serve. He's a setter. He's been playing, I think, for 3 years volleyball, so this is a big season for him, of course. For all of them. Oh, speaking about Mariano Leone, is unable to dive in time, but good attempt there by your senior. Good serve there by Sash.
Okay. Hopefully we make this work.
Oh, and it looks to
And
be point
point
for
for
LaSalle.
LaSalle.
Yeah. We will take that as the ball goes out. Point for
Yes.
LaSalle. Danny Alza looks to serve. Did a great job here tonight. Of course, leading in the hitting categories. Point for LaSalle looks to be maybe.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
Honestly, just what we need right now.
Yeah,
you
just
know?
what we need
Yeah.
right now is we're trailing behind just short 3 points to take home this second set. We've had a lot of very close games here for volleyball, but this second set is definitely something else.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fifth edge of my seat.
Yeah. Point there for Sash. Yeah, they do show a lot of force there. You have a very tall front row.
Yeah, they've
That is-
definitely shown a challenge here for us.
Yeah. Oh, your front row is definitely a lot of 6'4", 6'3" guys.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's not easy for your Royals, but they are getting points there. Great point there by our Royals.
Amazing blocks. I've
Yeah,
seen.
we got Wendell Copeland. I believe that's Wendell
Flag.
Copeland marching around with the flag. Of course, the football players showing some love to your volleyball players here tonight at the Lions Den.
Absolutely. Love to see it.
And Carlos, after tonight, volleyball could be the last remaining sport in season for your Royals. So this is definitely a big moment here,
Yeah.
a coming together moment as all your sports join together to watch this historic night for our volleyball program. Good attempt there by Sash. And they do manage to get the point, but your Royals did really. I think they are starting to lose the edge a little bit.
Yeah, they're definitely coming up close to that 25 with
Yeah, Sash
16,
might take
28.
home this set unless your Royals manage to get a couple points here on this board.
Not the
Although
best
that ball
passes,
looks to
but
be in.
if we can make it work, you know.
Absolutely, if we can manage to get it work.
Ah.
Oh, and it does hit Auza, but is not able to control the ball, and it does go out. Point for Sash as
So
Coach
we have a
Danny
timeout?
calls a timeout. Yeah, this is a very stressful moment. 16 to 21 here in your second set after coming, back from the first strong set, 25 to like 12. This is definitely, not the ideal position to be in. But of course, you do have that one set on your side, so you need 2 more sets to win. So you can, even if they force a 4th and 5th set, you can still take home this win. And of course, 21 to 15, there are worse positions to be in. You could be trailing 21 to 10. So I think this is not the worst position your Royals have been in, but this is, of course, not an ideal position either. One, two, three, Royals.
Yep, love the support.
You gotta love the support there.
Yeah, so we have Hurricane serving.
Yeah, it looks like a Hurricane is serving.
It's make or break time.
Make or break time.
Ooh.
Ooh, good job by Mariano Leon getting that ball in the air.
Yep.
Oh, that was a mistake there by Rose, but and it did cost them a point as Sash may actually take home this set and force a 4th set here in your regional semifinals matchup. Oh, point there.
We got the point
yeah,
there.
point for your Royals.
Definitely getting some good hits there where
Yeah.
it goes out off their hand,
I definitely think at the moment, hitting Rise, we're doing very good. But I think defensively, we need to build up that backbone just a little bit more into the second set because we are giving up a couple points. Our diving isn't great right now. Speaking of that, we just get 2 points.
And we got the point for that, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Yes,
It took
we
a
did.
little minute, but yeah,
Yeah.
we got the point. You got me nervous, Carlos.
Definitely trailing behind them. Hopefully we can get the lead here with this.
Oh yeah. Lucas is unable to recept that pass, but great attempt there. Of course, you have your libero, Xavier Gill, looking to serve here. 31 receptions on the season, leading in receptions. Oh, the ball does go out, and they hit that ball, so that is a point for your Royals. Cost a mistake, but they are still trailing. They need 2 more points to take home this set. So can your Royals come back strong here and potentially take this set home? We shall see. Sports, find it here in the Royal Sports Network.
Okay, looks like it's going to be a free ball as long as we can make this work.
Oh, great kill there by
Leave it to
Auza.
Auza.
Yeah,
Leave
leave it to Auza. He might have to put that as his tagline.
Yeah.
After a kill like that.
Oh, looks like we're behind his hands.
Yeah, it did go behind his hands there, but
Yeah.
his
I
team
think the
was
free
able to-
ball is gives us an opportunity to
Yeah?
work. Yeah.
And it's
just
like an
that.
opportunity. Auza
Just like that.
screaming
Yeah.
after that point. 2 points behind. We could potentially take this set and actually not have to force a 4th set, Carlos.
Yes.
Of course, that would be ideal for our Royals.
Hopefully it put us in the lead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh! They managed to get the point there.
But that doesn't mean that just C with the 21-24 score.
21 to 24. Your Sash needs 1 more point to take home this set. Very close set. Your Royals are 3 points behind, but this almost reminded me of a Coral Gables situation where in that last set we almost did force a 5th set, but I don't think. Fortunately, this isn't the 4th set for us.
And it's
A point for Lassalle.
yes.
We will take that point as your Royals are
Definitely
almost 2
cutting it
points.
close. We're
Cutting it
definitely-
very close
yeah.
here, Carlos, as your Royals could take potentially the set home, but it is a very close call there.
As long as we play smart, we play, you know, strategically, I think we should be fine.
Yeah, I believe so, Carlos. I think we just gotta keep playing smart and you know, show that full Royal Alliance might. And speaking about full Royal Alliance might, we do manage to get the.
I don't think it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they do win. They do take home that set. I was a little.
You win some, you lose some, you know.
You do,
It's-
yeah. 25 to
it's all
22.
about
That
the
was a
game.
very close set. We do have a short little break in between sets here, 3-minute break. So you know, we really want to reflect on this first. And I think I would still overall speaking give your Royals the edge here tonight, but the second set is showing that Sash is a very competent opponent. It's not Hebrew Academy. It's not one of these opponents that we've played. So this is not going to be a 3-0, and we just saw that from this set. Carlos, kind of give me some insight maybe into your fears, like going into this third set. We did lose this set, but we didn't lose it by much. How do you feel going into this third set?
Well, I'm going to trail back. The first set, I feel like, you know, we got ahead of them. They were a little, you know, they weren't really in the game. Their head wasn't there.
I agree.
Second set, you know, I think you took that for a little advantage. We were definitely there in the game, but, you know, we got a little lazy.
We maybe
at
a
the
little
end.
arrogant
Yeah.
going in, realizing, oh, we took home that first set, what, 12? No, you know, 10, 25
It's definitely
to
close.
12.
I'll give them
Well,
that. I
that's
definitely can't undermine that. And
very
third
close.
set, I think, you know, our heads could really be in the game.
Yeah.
You know, we're definitely not going to take them for advantage. You
Yeah,
know?
no, definitely. You're seeing that. I think you're seeing that here with your Royals. It's you know, about coming back strong this third set, and the good thing is you are 1-1, so you both need 2 sets to win. So realistically, they could force this to 5 sets. It really does depend here.
Yeah. So this little pep talk, me, you know, but just
Of course, give a little pep talk. I mean, these guys are working hard. You know, it's a big emotional moment for them, as they did lose that set, not by much, but by 3 points. Alrighty, your Royals are about to start the set, just finishing the team huddle there. As you do have a team huddle led there by former head coach Andres Rodriguez, of course. Great to see him here tonight. Yeah, no, absolutely. Truly great. Of course, this is a stressful moment there. You know, pretty tough losing the second set. You know, especially with the first set like that, where you really take it home by 25 to 12. But I think it's really important to note that, you know, going into this third set, you know, you realize you are playing a competent opponent. This is not a opponent that you're gonna, you know, win each set by 25 to 12. No, it's gonna test you.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually, if anything, that's a betterment. You know, losing that set because you're able to realize, oh, you know, this is the real deal.
Serious, yeah.
And this is good practice too for playing against True North. You know, against True North, there's not gonna be a 3-0. You know, that's a #1 seed. That's best team in the region. So if they want to win, they have to work and be able to not underestimate, you know, their opponents.
Absolutely.
Their opponent's skills. Of course, Dario Lamas looks to serve. Has done a great job so far tonight serving. You know, truly. Looks to add the first point for your Royals this set.
Okay. Definitely a good serve there. All right. See what we can work with here. Ooh. They do seem to get the point.
Yeah. Sash does get the first point of the set.
Yeah.
That is true.
Won't stop us from winning, though. Definitely putting up a fight.
Yeah, that is true. We are putting up a good fight.
Ooh.
Oh, good hit there.
Oh, wow. Able to make it work. Ah.
Yeah, I believe it goes the other way there.
Yeah.
Of course, your Sash is leading with 2 points so far in the set. 2-0. Your score is 2-0. The ball looks to go under the net there.
Yep.
Of course, Sash serving once more.
Okay, we have a short.
Dario Lamas. Auza.
They're able to receive it. Oh.
That's a great feat when you're able to receive a ball from Danny Auza.
Yeah.
That's a sign of a very competent athlete.
We do get the point in that one, though.
We do, yes.
Yeah.
We will take that point as our first point of the set.
Absolutely, yeah.
Lucas Barragan looks to serve here. Looks a little nervous here.
Showing off some moves.
Showing off some moves. I didn't know he used to play basketball.
Definitely shows. Okay. You know, that's always good, you know, showing, you know,
Yeah.
even in game, you know, you got to be
And that's also a good
positive.
sign against the competitor, because when you see, that shows confidence. You know,
Absolutely,
seeing you
yeah.
that dribble that ball, playing with that ball, that shows, oh, I'm not nervous. You know, it's the same thing in baseball. You know, if you go with your head down, you know, when you're about to hit, that's a bad sign to the pitcher. You got to go in with confidence, like, look, I'm ready for this. You know, I'm not
Yeah.
whatever the score is. That's a good serve there by Lucas Barragan. Oh, great dive there. Also, we were talking about a little earlier that, you know, diving wise, I think Sash has been doing a much better job. Point for LaSalle.
Point,
As you see that Royals Lions flag wave, I think that's a sign. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Lucas Barragan looks to serve once more. I mean, I can't see why not after a good point like that.
Absolutely. Oh.
Oh, and that point does go out as he does
Very common
slide,
mistake.
trying to dive for it.
Can't lie, I've had my fair share of those.
Yeah, Carlos, that
Yeah.
is true. I've seen some good dives from you, though, Carlos. I've seen some good dives from you. I would say overall positive.
Yeah. Definitely gotten better, you know, from freshman year to.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's,
And it is.
yeah, point for LaSalle. Or no?
Seems to be.
Cool.
No, it seems to be.
Yeah,
for,
seems to be a point for Sash.
Yeah.
Well, Sash is only, you know, trailing ahead by 1 point, so it can be a very, very
Yeah.
close set. You know, similar to that second set, but your Royals, I think, are starting to set a little bit stronger than they did the previous one.
Definitely not fooling around.
Yeah. Oh, good point there
Yeah.
for Sash. Like I said, you have some very strong hitters there. Very strong front row, giving us a run for our money here. Of course, the libero, Xavier Gill, serving.
Seems not. Get it over.
Lorenzo Butice. Good serve there.
And out.
And yeah, just barely manages to go out. See, that's what we're talking about, that awareness, you know, to see, oh, is that ball going out? Are we
Yeah.
going to play it safe, or are we going to try to go for it and potentially lose that point? And I think
Yeah.
that was a very good call there from Sash. You know, deciding to let that ball roll out. You know, that's good. That's good communication there by that team.
It's not really something you can learn either. You kind of just pick it up,
Yeah,
you know.
that's
It's
true.
a cool part of volleyball, you know. You adapt, you develop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not easy. You know, like that's not something you know, that's not natural athleticism. You know, that's something that you know you get better at.
Yep.
Christian Bagshaw. The team huddle. I believe that Sash calls the team huddle here. First timeout of the set. Third set here of your varsity boys volleyball regional semifinals matchup versus Somerset Academy South Homestead Hurricanes here in the Lions Den. Of course, a lot of pressure here coming for both teams. The winner of this game advances to regional finals next Tuesday against True North or Sunset. Of course, since we are a lower seedage to True North would host if they win, and if we win. But if Sunset manages to win by an upset, then we will actually have another broadcast here, Carlos. You know, it's been nice having these past two, you know, broadcasts with you for regionals. you know, even if this is the last game, it's been a pleasure. You know,
You
doing
too.
this with you. We shouldn't speak so soon, but
Yeah.
you know, just absolutely. I think we've been doing a good job, and the
definitely
energy
been
this
fun.
game is next level. We
Absolutely.
have Edis Rosales chasing around with no Copeland
look,
with Royals.
Steven, too.
Steven over here
Yeah.
blocking Christian. I think he should.
Yeah.
I think he should maybe like stay a little bit out of the way there. You know,
Yeah.
don't wanna mess with the pro.
Absolutely.
Steven just takes a chair and just decides to sit on it.
Yeah. Like he owns the place, you know.
Yeah. Well, looks to be Martin. Not Martin Plaza. Yeah, Martin Plaza. Yes,
Yeah,
Martin
yeah.
Plaza subbed in. I almost confused for a brother who also played volleyball.
Oh,
Lorenzo does touch that ball, giving Sash that point as it does go out of bounds. See, that's also about communication, being able to read that. Oh, that ball is
Yeah.
going out. You know, maybe I should just leave it alone. Oh,
we
great
receive
reception.
it.
Yeah.
Definitely good serve there.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, good job there by Plaza. Oh!
Oh. Does he touch it? Ah.
Wasn't it? No.
No.
Yeah, again, that's a very good communication. I think
Yeah.
that's what we're seeing, especially in this third set from Sash. They're doing a
Definitely a
great
close
job.
one, yeah.
They're doing a great job reading the rooms. Like, that ball is going out. We're not touching it. I think that's an ability that I think we're a little bit struggling with so far.
Yeah, volleyball is very about minimal mistakes. You know, you gotta read the room.
Yeah, and like just like that. That was
Yeah.
a false read there by Royals. A close call there. As you can see, this is definitely not an easy game here.
Definitely hear the royal spirit.
You do?
Oof. Oh, it hits one of our cameras.
It does hit one of our cameras. Hope the camera's okay. You know, hope the camera person is
Yeah.
okay. You know, of course
Yeah.
we value everybody that helps us put together these
course, yeah.
broadcasts. You know, there's a lot of people behind the scenes that work very hard. You know, we might give out some more shout outs later.
Absolutely. Hardworking team, right?
Hardworking team, you know.
Yeah.
Carlos, it's not just us running the show. Otherwise, it wouldn't work.
Absolutely. Oh, there you go. Hidden. Ah, sadly we're blocked. Oh, that will not stop us there.
Okay, you have Sash going to serve once again. We have number 5 for Sash. Cole Hedrick serving.
Oh, one hand save. That's definitely something. 6-11. It's not looking too good right now, but
Again, that is a 5-point deficit. That is not the worst deficit ever.
I've seen worse. trust
Yeah,
me,
no, absolutely. You know, volleyball is a quick sport, in the sense that you can really bounce back from 5 points pretty easily.
Oof, definitely a short ball.
Yeah, it was a short ball. No close. Oh, and they dive for it. But is that ball still there? No, it isn't. It does hit the ground. It was close
Yeah.
there.
Definitely had me on the edge of my seat.
You know, almost fell off the seat, Carlos.
Yeah.
And Yauza serving. Nice.
They're able to receive it. Ah.
It does hit the floor as Bagshot looks to go for it.
Okay, they're serving. Ooh. Ah, that is a double, I think.
That is a double.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta give credit when it's a fair call. Sash really, I think, overall for the first time in this game, really has the advantage on us.
Yeah, definitely have a hold on the game right now, but
Yeah.
yeah.
You do hear a lot
Wow.
of background noise. A very
Definitely
loud
not-
gym. A very noisy environment right now, as it is a questionable call there.
Definitely not happy about that one.
Yeah, but your Royals do manage to get the point. And of course, as Royals fans, we will not complain about that.
Absolutely. I'll take it when I get it.
Good serve there by Dario.
And it's
And it is in. That might have. Yeah, that was pretty nice there. You know,
So you run the
kind of returning the favor a
yeah.
little bit, right?
Yeah, we've had our fair share of those. So.
Yeah, we understand, and I'm sure Dario's pretty happy with that.
Absolutely. We'll take all the points we can get.
Dario looking to serve once again after a good point there. Oh, almost falls to the ground there.
Oof.
Oh,
Thank goodness for his height.
yeah, that is true. Height is definitely an advantage in volleyball. Oh! At .4. Sash. That was close there. Ball is out. The Royals touch it, and it is a point for Sash. The Royals are trailing behind by 5 points, so
Not a huge difference.
not a
but,
huge
you know.
deficit, but you still do feel it.
Ooh, and that is our point.
And that is our point as they do touch that ball and it goes out. Point for LaSalle. Your score is 10-14 in the third set. Both teams need 2 sets in order to take this one home. Lucas Barragan. That was a good hit there by Sash. Very powerful hit there by number 15. Of course, very
They had
tall.
me fooled. I thought the other guy was going to hit it, and then the other guy came in.
Nah, it was Alicio Tercero. From libero to libero. Back shot, tips it over. Point for LaSalle. Renzo Butice. Yeah, so it looks like one of the Sash players did hit that ball out of bounds. Did miss the net there a little bit.
Oh, we have him serving. Oh. Okay, we have a free ball. We can work with this.
Oh, great block there. So Rolls take on that point. Renzo Butice.
Let's see it. Oh, looks like. Oh, looks like our point.
It is our point, yeah, as the ball goes under the net.
Don't you see a scoreboard? I can already tell by the faces.
Yeah, you can tell. You can see by the excitement if it's a point or not. That's what I like about volleyball.
Yeah, definitely the hype is there.
The hype is there, for sure. Point for Sash.
It is out.
And that was a serve by Renato Rodriguez.
And that looks like it
the ball
ties
go
up
out.
the score, 16-16.
The score is tied. See, Carlos,
Yeah.
we were talking about that. It doesn't matter about the deficit because
course,
realistically,
yeah.
a 5-point deficit is you know you can
It's
come back
something,
from
but
that,
yeah.
and we have seen that here,
Oh, wow.
which they were unable to do quite fully last set.
Okay. Looks like we've been getting a lot of free balls, you know, a lot of work with here
Oh yeah,
so far.
they've definitely
wow.
been testing it.
Ah,
Ball and that point for Dash, not Dash. Excuse me, for Sash.
Sash, yeah, Sash.
There's a lot of Somersets, Carlos, but I believe this is the only Somerset we've played this season for volleyball.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, they serve.
Serve.
Ooh, they're able to receive it.
Ooh. Oh,
There it is.
wow. Justin is doing a great job here in front row as he gets substituted in. Lorenzo also looks to be, not Lorenzo, Luciano looks to be subbed in for Martin Plaza as he looks to take serve this time. That ball is in, point for Sash. 18-16, 2-point advantage. So this is a very close set, and if Sash wins this set, that is not let's not say detrimental, but that is not very good for morale.
It's out.
Good read there by Bagshaw and the rest of the team. That point will go to LaSalle as your Royals are only down by 1 point. Very close set here.
Yep. Glad we have Danny on serving.
Danny on serving, yes.
Okay, can they make it work?
Yes. Bagshaw. Point for Sash. Very, very close game here.
Yeah. Really anybody's game. You know?
That is, yeah. I think that is a perfect summary of the second and third sets of this game.
Wow.
Talking about everyone's game, your Royals do get a point there.
You have Dario serving. He's definitely shown promise for serving so far.
Absolutely, yeah, showing a lot of ability. Freshman on varsity, libero, you know, a very hard position, and for someone so young and also so new to the high school sports, you know, he's doing a really good job here. Oh,
wow.
Barely received that ball.
2018.
20, 18.
18 to 20, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little.
Close call there. Your Sash needs 5 more points to take home this set. Your Royals need 7. So not detrimental so far, but you know, teeter-tottering if they do win this set. Ooh, they do manage to receive that ball.
Oh, and
yeah, point for your Royals. We will take
Royals.
that as your boys are only down by 1 point. Absolutely. I mean, a little argument there with the ref, but point there for LaSalle. Lucas Bargon. Going to serve this one.
wow. Hard.
Yeah, that was
Hard serve there, but they made it work.
They did make it work there.
Okay, puts it up.
Was it up? Bagshaw. Oh, and the ball goes out, and a point for
They
LaSalle.
were just not ready for it. Wow, that's.
Yeah, that was your Royals are really doing a good job here. Anyone's game, but your Royals are starting to get that.
Absolutely. I believe it's
give
tied
them
now, isn't it?
It is tied 20 to 20.
It had me going for a second.
Yeah, 5 points to win this game, and of course you need to lead by 2 points. And since it's a very close game, we could have a situation here where it's 24 to 23, and your Royals need to get to 26 in order to take this this one home.
See another point
yeah, for your Royals, as they are leading for the first time this set, 21 to 20.
Love to see it.
We do really love to see it here.
So they're calling a timeout.
The timeout, as this is a crucial moment here to win this set and then take home the game in the next set. This is a very, very crucial moment here for your Royals. Of course, you have Coach Andres sharing some wisdom. He also played high school volleyball. He played here, actually. Alice is also an alumni, you know, from the program. So for him, this program is really, you know, near and dear to his heart.
Yeah.
And of course, to all of them, to all the coaches, Coach Mari, Coach Danny, this is truly a special moment here. You know, in the Lions Den regional semifinals, furthest playoff run in the program's history, Carlos.
Yeah.
That is a special moment here for your Royals, and you gotta show them a lot of love. And I mean, this is definitely like a tight moment here, but I think from what I'm seeing, we definitely have the ability to take this home.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt, just, you know, how. Alrighty, Royals, welcome back to the Royal Sports Network. I'm Max Mulder, joined by
Carlos Mora.
Carlos. We're back here. Regional semifinals here at the Lions Den. Your Royals have the edge for the first time in this set, 21 to 20. We're trailing ahead by 1 point, so we could have the chance to take this set home, and then we're winning 2-1. So then we need to win the next set to bring this home. But this could be a game that goes to 5 sets. You know, if there were a game to go to 5 sets here, this could be one of them. Point there, though, for Sash, I believe. Yes, that is. Sorry,
A little frustrated, Lucas.
Yeah, a little bit frustrating. That is for sure. You know, I can only imagine the nerve in a game like this. Yeah, you have number 1, Renato Rodriguez, who's leading in serving aces, 30 aces on the season, 2.3 aces per set, and 115 assists on the season. Dario screams as if we get that point.
Yes. You love to see
22
it,
to 21. Very, very tight game.
Yeah. Scariest part I'll tell you is serving. For me, it has to
Carlos. Bring some of that JV experience to it.
Absolutely. Because, you know, volleyball is very fast-paced.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, wow.
Your Rolls are leading by 2 points for the first time this set. They could take this one home if they get 2 more points.
I was saying, you know, serving, so it gives you time to think, you know, calculate, you know, it's all coming up.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's very precise.
So I got to give him his credit there.
Yeah. Lorenzo's ready.
And he's definitely in it to win it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Manages to save that one. Good job by Lucas Barragan diving for that one. Oh! And that ball almost goes out there. And that ball is... That ball is out.
Perfect.
Now it's out. Point to your Royals. Your Royals need 1 more point to win this set. But
Pressure
is
is
down by
on.
3 points. So could they make it back here and potentially win the set? Or can your Royals stay on to this lead and bring home that one last point to win this set and go 1 set closer to regional championship? Another timeout call is called. Look at that crowd, Carlos. I love that. I love that home crowd. We even see that crowd at, you know, at our games. Yeah. Oh, you cheerleaders too?
No. I feel like the moms.
I feel like the moms almost serve as cheerleaders.
Yeah,
they're at all the games. You know, I remember the first game we covered at American Heritage. You know, I was there and I see all these moms there. Like, wow. You know, the dedication, like drive, and that's what I love about Royals Athletics. It's like the love and the passion that everyone shows for. It's a culture. You know, and I think it's also that Catholic spirit. You know, this family. You know, and I think that's what LaSalle represents. It's a one big family at the end of the day. And we're really seeing this here tonight, Carlos, as we may take home this set 1 point away from making it to the 4th set, and we take home that 4th set and can make it and secure our spot in the regional championships next week against True North or Sunset.
Pressure is on.
Now I wish I knew that score, Carlos. I was actually looking earlier to see if there was a score update for Sunset versus True North, but unfortunately, no, it is not updated on Max
We'll
Reps.
find out.
We should.
Yeah. So they got a good.
And a point there for Sash, as Sash is now only down by 2. Your Royals really need to get this point, otherwise they're going to have to get 2 more in order to be able to win. Oh!
Wow, they definitely hear the frustration
Definitely hear
from
that.
the crowd.
That is a little bit. That is very frustrating. Yeah, see, that is definitely something that's very frustrating, you know, especially for Dario. You know, volleyball is a team sport, so one guy makes a mistake, and
I mean, one mistake doesn't define a player.
Yeah, exactly. That's
true.
true. That is true, and I think that is also important to note because you've had a mistake from both teams. But, especially in this set, your Royals have been able to come back really strong. Like, we took the lead, and now we need 2 points to win the set, regardless of the fact that they got another point. 2 more points, and that's pretty exciting, Carlos. And
sure,
I think this could be probably the most exciting volleyball game here in Miami, arguably.
I've watched.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, at least here on the broadcast, for sure, this is definitely the most exciting volleyball game. And I like commentating over a challenge because this is not an easy game by no means.
They definitely put on a fight. Yeah.
Oh yeah, both sides putting on a strong showing here.
Yeah, he's going to serve.
Oh, very nice. They do pick up that point.
Love to see it. Score is 25. They win.
Yeah, your Royals do take home that point. It's not a point for Sash. My apologies. We will take that as your Royals secure this set. 2-1 is your score. Your Royals win the next set and then secure their spot at the almost at state championships. We're not there yet, Carlos. Regional championship
close,
next Tuesday. Exciting moment here for our Royals as they take home this set. A 25-23 super close set for sure. Alrighty, Royals, welcome back to the Royal Sports Network. We're bringing you live coverage of the regional semifinals matchup with your Royals versus the Sash Hurricanes. I'm Max Mulder, joined by Carlos Moreira. We have an exciting matchup as your Royals take home that set, 25-23. Unfortunately, the second set we lost. We were like 3 points behind, so this was, both sets were very, very close. First set, your Royals take it by a lot, actually, 25-12. But you really see, like, that was more of a wake-up call. At the end of that set, you saw Sash starting to wake up, and I think Sash is like doing a great job all around. And I think your Royals are struggling a little bit on the defensive side.
A little bit, yeah.
And you're seeing that, especially these past two sets. But they do manage to take home this set, and especially coming back, they were down the whole set by several points, but then they're able to come back strong in the crucial last couple minutes of the set and really secure that set. And
they've definitely shown their worth as a team.
Yeah, and I think that's really important. True, they're showing their worth as a team. They want this. They're hungry for this. This is a moment for them to make history. For the seniors, they're not even class no more. This is their last moment here. This is what's going to define the end of their tenure here at LaSalle. And you see Sister Kim speaking to them. She's telling them, "You want steak and cake? You win this."
Oh, yeah.
No, she's Sister Kim is giving them, words
Definitely
of wisdom.
motivation for
That is Sister Kim right there. You see her smiling. You see the players laughing. Sister Kim is there for your Royals, and she's just as excited as we are. At the end of the day, she's our school principal, but she's also a fan. She's here to watch your Royals, here to cheer them on. You see Danny up in the air. They're
ready to win this. Yeah.
They win this set, and they take home the regional semifinals, advance to regional finals. And I mean, this is just a special moment here, especially everyone up in the press box. This is an exciting moment for all of us. This could be the very last broadcast that we do, but I mean, if we end it like this, I mean, there's really no better way to go out than moving over to regional finals for boys volleyball for the first time in history. There's really nothing better than this. And this is a moment. I mean, Sash is ready. They're jumping. They're eager, but we're even more eager. With this lead, with this very close game that really is, not an easy game to predict. I mean, Carlos, I wouldn't. Sometimes I say, "Oh, I should become a sports bettor in high school games," but I don't think in this game I would bet because I wouldn't be able to predict
really
the score.
Yeah.
Well, what a showing, Carlos.
Absolutely.
It's also great to see some of the JV guys. You see Gianluca here, of course. Steven's always here.
He's always here.
Steven's always here.
It's really a family.
Yeah, it is a family. Even your season ended like almost a month ago at this point, but you guys are still here representing the team. I think that's beautiful. You hear that buzzer? As you know that fourth set is about to start. They are speaking to Sash a little bit. I mean, the friendly communication there from both teams. Of course, volleyball, like you said, is one big family, all of them. So, there's a lot of players that know each other.
The teams,
yeah, exactly.
I've been to pickup games at beaches and stuff like that, and they happen to be other people on other teams,
No, exactly. And you're just talking, and I think that's so amazing. Like, at the end of the day, it's a social sport, because volleyball is one of those sports that's rapidly growing, and also one of the smaller sports in the grand scheme of things, like especially beach. So I think it's really beautiful that you're able to take this moment, just talk to the other opponent. This is your opponent. Because
I mean, at the end of the day, we're not just like a team versus another team. We are volleyball.
Yeah,
players,
exactly. One big group of people. Like that volleyball hashtag on Instagram. I've used it a couple of times. Like I think 20 million people.
Wow.
That a lot of there's a lot of love here for the sport, especially in recent years. And I think the program, especially volleyball here in LaSalle, is just going to continue to grow. Yeah, and I mean, again, like this year, maximum amount of people on the team. That should tell you, those buses were stacked.
Yeah.
No one was singing by themselves. I'll tell you that much.
Absolutely.
Sash is getting ready to serve. Number 9 for Sash, Mauricio Mandarin, who's leading on kills per set, 2.8 kills per set, and 37 kills. So a very good player, strong hitter, tall guy, 6'1". Definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Wow.
good point there for Lasal. Good way to start off that first set.
Absolutely.
With a great point there by your Royals.
He definitely got me fooled. I was thinking he's going to set it, and then boom, it goes the other way.
No, Carlos.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's the Lions Den, Carlos,
Absolutely,
we're talking
yeah.
about.
You never know what's going to happen with the Lions.
You
know?
never know.
Yeah. That's what volleyball's about. It's unpredictability. Oh, so he's serving.
Good serve there by Luke Spargon.
And it's...
And is it out?
Oh, looks like it's out.
That looked to be in there, but,
Yeah, but
very close.
refs know what they're doing.
Like you
so
said, it is a
leave to them.
volleyball is a very fast sport, so sometimes it's a
Yeah.
little hard to tell. You know, I mean, there's a reason there's like what four referees.
Very fast-paced, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, you got the Hurricanes ready to strike hard.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
Wow,
good
two
dive there.
people.
Yeah,
Two
two people. Oh,
Oh, a little shaky there.
great job.
Okay.
Can they hold the ball? And they managed to
And-
get it. Oh, and it goes under the net.
I'd love to see the hustle, though. You know,
Don't-
even
yeah,
if
great
it's not
hustle there.
In or out, you know, it's
Good hustle.
yeah.
If Carlos was there on the court, he'd be screaming, good hustle.
Good hustle, yeah. Yeah, I hope they know that I'm supporting them.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
and our camera guys.
And our camera guy got hit once more. Probably has a couple bruises on him of the night, but you know,
Yeah.
that's the
If they have insurance, you know, their medical bills are not looking too good. right now.
medical bills. Yeah, you never know. It's a volleyball. It's not that bad.
Yeah. So it's going at you like 100 miles per hour.
Yeah, you know, nothing big.
yeah. All day's work. Okay. Okay, looks like we. Oh,
I don't know. There
I
was
see it happen.
miscommunication there, whether
Yeah.
Bagshaw or Bagshaw looked to set the ball, but Plaza looked to hit. I think a little miscommunication there, but that is a-okay. As it is, as a set is still very young, with Sash in the lead, 4-1.
hey.
Good job receiving that ball. Point for Sash.
Hey, but then again, only 4 points down. You know.
Yeah,
it's
that is exactly.
really anybody's game.
At the start of the fourth set, much later in the game than that.
Okay, bringing it up.
The good thing for our Royals is even if they lose this set, they do have the opportunity at a fifth set, so they are in an advantage right now.
We definitely have the upper hand.
Oh, and they give up that ball, and a point for your Royals. 2-2-5 is your score here in this fourth set. Used to allow 3-set games, but this is a 4-set game right here, and it might go to 5s. This is a very close game, probably arguably the closest game here in the season. And we've had some close calls, but this is definitely something else.
Oh, and
it is
so we win it.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. He took that point. He's like, yeah. He wasn't cocky about it. Took that and I think that's what's important. Don't get arrogant after getting a point like that. Just take that.
Yeah, you can't let us get to your head because then it messes up the game.
Exactly.
You think, oh, these guys are easy. I'm playing easy.
Exactly.
That's when they get
I think
you.
that's what happened with that second set. I think that's why we lost that second set.
Absolutely.
Because keep in mind the previous time where we played them at Belen, we lost the first set. So now we're coming into this game, we're like, oh, we win the first set, and it's all about that mentality.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Number 12 serving once more.
Ooh, yeah, back shots going for a deep dive.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
A little shaky receive there, but okay, free ball. Hopefully we can make this
Free
work.
ball, yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Ah.
And that looks to be out.
Yeah.
Barely, but it is out. Brian Salgado looks to serve once again. It's nice having all the names, Carlos.
Yeah. Definitely helps. Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta give credit to these guys because they're playing very good.
Okay, it looks like it's free. And it is out.
Point for LaSalle. LaSalle is trailing behind by a couple of points.
Yes. It's 3-6 if I'm wrong. Correct me.
I think that is a pretty good. Yeah,
Or 3-8.
4-8.
Yeah, that's close enough.
4-8, I think, right?
Yeah. That's definitely not far. No.
No, that's not bad. 4-point deficit. Again, we saw what we saw after last set. I think we definitely can come back from a small little point deficit.
And so we lost that point.
We did lose that point.
What happened there?
No, it looks like we gained that point. The score,
wow.
yeah, the score is 5-8. I think that was a maybe. Curious what that call was, but hey, we'll take that, Carlos. We are not complaining, Carlos.
Yeah. Definitely slipped by me, but I'll take it.
Fine by me. Oh, Lorenzo does touch that ball.
Barely touches it.
Barely touches it. Looks to be Cole Hedrick.
And
and
kills it.
kills the. What a good hit there by, of course, Danny Auza, who also was a freshman on varsity, a very talented player. You know, definitely plays. He plays club. He knows a lot of guys from True North. I remember when I was at that game. So that's gonna be a tough one. But we do manage to get to that point.
Receive there, but they make it work. And it is
a point for Sash. Yeah, a point for Sash. Look, like you have very close calls here. Yeah, both teams playing very good. You know, it's hot potato. You know, one team gets that just by a little bit.
goes by a little bit. You know, we never let them get too far ahead.
Exactly, and I think that's what we know is besides that first set, like there hasn't really been a clear. You know.
You can tell like they just don't. We're not giving up. You know,
Yeah.
like even if they go like a little bit ahead.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
don't let 'em
There's a resilience there, and talking about resilience, getting another, put another point on that scoreboard, because at the end of the day, like we're in the advantage right now. We're 2-1. You know, we have another set in case we lose this one. You know, if Sash doesn't win, they're done. They go back home, go back to Homestead. Oof, that was a close one. That was a close one, huh, Carlos?
Can't win them all.
You know you cannot win them all. I'm telling you, Carlos is giving out those quotes today. You can't win them all. You know,
Someone quote me on these.
This is anyone's game. I mean, come on, man. You gotta put them.
What can I say? I'm pretty inspirational.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Put that in writing, bro. Oh, tries to tip it over, but it is a point there for.
Gotta watch out for those blockers. You know?
Yeah, you have a very tall front row. Like I said, you got some 6'4", 6'3" giants, but your Royals are pretty tall too. So not to cut them slack. You know.
Absolutely. Pretty fair matchup right now. I guess.
Yeah. Okay, trying to communicate there with his team. This is a crucial point for them. Not that they're in the, they're not in the lead, but, they want to maintain that lead because they need to win this set in order to make it a regional finals. Oh.
And it's denied.
Oh.
Love to see it.
Yeah, we love to see that, Carlos.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that clap was very justified.
Yeah, they definitely put the pressure on there.
Definitely
not letting it go
definitely
over.
putting a lot of pressure.
It was make or break,
Carlos, I gotta be real with you. You're giving a lot of energy here. That should show the
Yeah, I mean,
what a game it is.
I love seeing. I mean, these guys were like mentors to me when I was freshman year.
Absolutely. And seeing them go is like almost like carrying the torch because they're giving the torch to you and the generation that's gonna follow them here at LaSalle.
Gotta make them
keep
proud,
that program going. Keep that program thriving.
Absolutely. A big moment for everyone.
Absolutely crucial.
And it's
Point for Looks to be I
Can't
hear
tell.
more cheers for your Royals, so it might be a point for your Royals there.
Yes.
Come on, Carlos. You know the
Yeah.
method. You hear the
Yeah,
clapping.
so-
That's a good
You
thing.
don't even see the scoreboard. I
Yeah,
can
you don't
tell
even
by
need
the
to see the
faces,
scoreboard.
Yeah.
They can turn it off. Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, that's a little too much. Oh, wow. Lucas with the amazing serves.
Bagshaw.
Okay, we're
Ooh!
just barely missed the block. He was there.
Barely missed the block there.
Just got around him. That happens. Okay, we're able to save it.
Ooh, great save there by your Royals.
Off the net.
Off the net.
And we get the
And we'll
points.
take that point.
Amazing. You know, it's really those sticky situations, you know, where you gotta improvise a little bit. You know, if it goes off that net, just, you know, pass it behind you.
Mine. That is your point.
Yep.
See, this is really like a back and forth here, you know.
Yeah.
A carousel, you have, you know, your Royals get a beautiful point, then Sash falls up. It's a very close game, you know. There's, like, at this stage in the game, I really don't think you can give the edge to any of these guys because it's really like, you know, close call over here. A mere point deficit, but Sash manages to get it to a 5-point deficit, trailing ahead 5 points. That is a
10-15,
considerable
yeah.
amount now here in the fourth set here. They win this set. Of course, they advance to the fifth set, which would be the first time in this broadcast that we would advance to 5 sets. So this would be the longest game, but definitely an exciting game. This is not a boring game, Carlos. So
Definitely entertained me.
to all of our spectators, thank you so much for tuning in. But also, I know you're definitely getting some good content over here with this game.
Absolutely.
Because this is an exciting moment here, you know, for Royals and for you know, volleyball in general here in Miami. As your score is 15-10. Alrighty, Royals fans, welcome back to the Royal Sports Network. We're bringing you live coverage of the regional semifinals matchup versus the Somerset Academy South Homestead Hurricanes. The score is 2-1. Your Royals won 2 sets. Sash did force a 4 set by winning the second set, so winning the 4th set right now. Sash does have the lead 15-10, so we are trailing behind 5 points, but we do manage to win the set and we win the game. Carlos, a lot of energy.
Of course.
What do you think our Royals are doing? What do you think gives Sash, like, why do you think?
Brand.
Yeah, why do you think?
Yeah.
Why do you think they're giving? You know, especially in the beginning of the sets.
Really, just our front row is doing an excellent job. You know, it's not really specifically somewhere. It's always like just little mistakes.
No, I agree. It's those little mistakes that add up and then become big
But we're all
mistakes.
doing an incredible
You
job.
know?
Back row.
Yeah,
front row,
exactly. I think
setting.
it's all communication, truthfully, because you have your defense is well rounded, your offense is well rounded. You're very protected. You know, good hits overall. You know, I was a you know. Carlos, it wasn't that funny.
Yeah.
Seems to be out. It hits the camera again, I think. Maybe what, 4th time on the night?
Yeah, it's definitely taking a
Taking a
toll on
toll.
the camera. Yeah. Oh, another TO.
Oh. Okay, well, we're back. Another timeout. Yeah, I mean, understandably, this is a very tight moment here. As your Royals are now, what, 7 points? 7-point deficit. You know, you're again, your Royals.
Really anyone's game, you know.
It is, yeah. Even with the 7-point deficit, I think volleyball is like very important because it's like even if you're trailing behind 10 points, you can still make it. Like you saw last set too. You know, they Sash almost won that set. That was 25-23. Very, very close set, and I think it's just important to note that, you know, this is not going to be one of those, you know, games that's going to go by quick. And, you know, as we see, this is a 4-set game, and, you know, it's not even over yet.
Looks like they're going to have to serve.
Yes, we have number 1, Renato Rodriguez. Of course, leading in serving aces and aces per set, and also assists on the season.
Okay.
Plaza.
And Plaza gets us the point.
Yeah, good tip.
Perfect. Okay, we got
Great
back
job by
shot
Plaza.
serving.
Of course, Plaza I think is a very good addition here in the season. You know,
Absolutely,
a great move there by Danny, moving it up to varsity by Coach Danny. Well, there's 3 Danny's, got to be specific.
Very popular name.
Yeah, very popular name for good reason.
11-18, you know.
7-point deficit. Your Royals are trailing behind a little bit. I think Sash has been doing a little bit better job than us at keeping that momentum. You know,
Yeah.
like even when they lose, they don't make that impact their morale. They're still fiery, and they're not cocky, they're not arrogant. They're just playing to win, and I think that showed tonight. It's a very good team.
We do get the point on that one.
We do get the point.
But I agree. I feel like I see on their faces they
Yeah.
want it. They want to win, but it's also on us too. You know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's on both teams, and
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Sash is, we're walking onto this game as a rematch, but we beat them. Sash
Yeah.
lost to us 2-1 in a tournament. So this for them is a second chance too, just like the True North game would be for us.
And it's our
Point
point
for us,
again.
yes.
So they just switch out.
Carlos, we see a lot of faces of our teachers here. We have our counselors. Ms. Hoyos is here.
So Ms. De La Rosa.
Yeah, Ms. De La Rosa is
Yeah.
here. Point there by LaSalle, back to back to back.
Perfect.
Carlos, if we can count 3 points back to back
I love
for
to
your
see
Royals,
it.
I'd love to see it.
Let's make it 7. And we'll be good.
Team huddle once
Oh.
again, third one of the set,
Back to back.
back to back.
Well needed.
Yeah,
though,
then we got one of the dads
Oh,
cheering
wow.
on your Royals. Look, you see that whole side is Royals.
Yeah.
Look at those. Are they even
Oh,
sitting
it's
room anymore?
packed, yeah.
That is next level. And you know what's remarkable is even seeing these seniors here that aren't on the team coming, to support your
Yeah.
Royals.
And their
Even if they
friends,
don't have
yeah.
school because,
Yeah.
that's just incredible.
They don't have to be here, but they choose
No,
to
but
be
they
here.
exactly
Yeah.
they choose to be here on this because it is a special occasion for your Royals. It is important. Good serve there by Luciano. Oh, good save there,
He will
Luciano.
save
Good dive there. Oh! And your Royals still
And we make
maintaining
it
ball
work.
control, and we make it work. Could we get the point here?
Okay, watch the tip.
Oh!
Wow, it's really back and forth,
Oh! Man, what a point.
They're
That
gonna
was-
run for my money, yeah.
That was something, huh?
Looks like it's their ball. They'll be serving. Ooh. Okay. We'll block it a little bit. Does hit 10 out.
Whose point is that?
I cannot tell.
Point for LaSalle.
Oh, wow.
But I saw her pointing, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's not a point for
A
that.
little confusing.
Yeah, a little
but,
confusing there. He got undressed running to pick up a battery for his camera.
Yeah. Our team hard at work.
Team hard at work.
Wow. 15-20, 16-20 now, but
4 point
definitely catching up.
We saw that. This is
Yeah.
a very similar set. This could bring us to the regional finals. Royals, this is a really exciting opportunity, man. It's so nice to be able to, witness this here. And Royals, we will update you immediately on the LTV account who we will be playing on Tuesday, whether if we do take this home.
Yes, we'll keep you posted.
Yeah,
guys,
because
don't
I'll
worry.
tell you, I'm eagerly waiting.
Yeah, it's a big matchup.
Oh, point goes to that Sash. serve there. Good.
Wow. Behind.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Alza was there, ready for it.
Okay.
Yes! And a point for
Perfect.
your Royals.
Just what we needed. to
That
get
was
back in
just
the
what we
game.
needed.
Hey, Dario on the serve.
Yeah, Dario serving again. Great job serving tonight.
Absolutely.
Freshman libero. Gotta keep shouting him out. Like that's
Yeah.
an incredible
It's
feat.
a great accomplishment. Not many people can do.
Hey,
That's our point.
We'll take that point. We should
So-
take that point. You can do that. That's
Well said. Well
that's
said.
arguably tied with what's the other chant I liked?
The 3. Oh shoot.
Season's over for for a month and Carlos already forgot the chant.
It's on the top of my head. I know.
That's all right,
Yeah.
Carlos. That's all right. We'll get a refresher. We'll hear it again.
Oh, tick tick boom. There you
Tick
go.
tick, yeah, see?
There you go.
Ooh, good block there.
Wow.
Barely get.
Wow.
Ooh.
Block after block.
Block
It's very
after
impressive.
block. Oh, fully the field force. Oh, and they do manage to get the point. Yeah, wow, look at that.
But 18-22. That's not bad. I'll
yeah,
take that.
that's not bad.
It's reachable, you know.
Yeah, 4-point deficit. Your Royals need to get at least 3 more points to ensure that Sash doesn't get to 25 and take home the set.
Oh. Short. They do let it drop though.
Yeah, they do need 2 more points to win the set and force a 5th set.
Until the team's getting kind of tired there.
Yeah,
Some balls
you
shot.
are seeing. I do think that is true. This is a long game, probably the longest game they've played so far. So they are starting to let you can see both teams getting tired here.
And it is 19-23.
Yeah, that was a
point,
poor read there, as the point is awarded to Sash.
Okay, Lucas serving. Oh, definitely a questionable
Ooh.
receive, but it works.
Yeah, it works. It worked in their favor.
And so we got the point there.
Looks like we got the point.
20-23.
20-23, Carlos. Oh, Carlos, this is a close game, man.
Yep. Wow. Imagine we were 7 points down. Now it's like right there. It's we can reach it.
Definitely reachable. Oh,
Oh wow.
almost falls. They do
Forget
manage
the
to
edge of
keep
my
it. Oh,
seat.
good block.
And it is our
But
point.
Yeah, it is. It looks to be our point. Is it our point?
I think so. I can't see.
I don't believe it was.
Uh,
I believe Plaza did touch that ball, so it is a point for Sash. Could be wrong though. Yeah, as they do look to serve, yeah, it is a point for. And they hit the net point for Lassalle.
we'll take it.
We
We'll
will
take it.
that. We'll take maybe 3 more of those.
Yeah.
Lorenzo Butice ready to serve. He knows this could be the game winner. So these next couple serves are really important there. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Oh.
And we have a player on the other side of the court.
Yeah, you're
That's,
2 points away. Your Royals need 1 more point to ensure that Sash doesn't win this set.
Pressure is on.
This is a lot of pressure here. Intense moment here as your Royals can win this set, and a timeout call is called. Carlos, what a moment we're here on the cusp of a regional championship title, regional trophy in the trophy room. They might need to buy a new trophy case because they're running out of room in there. And I'll tell you what, this is a crazy game. Royals, welcome to the 4th set of the regional semifinals matchup between your Royals and the Somerset Academy South Homestead Hurricanes. I'm Max Mulder, joined by
Carlos Murray.
Carlos. What a game, man!
Really edge of my seat.
Yeah,
kinda game,
really edge of my seat. There's moments where you watch a game while commentating, and then sometimes I fall off the chair. And this is definitely one of those moments because your Royals are 2 points away from ensuring that 2 points away from potentially win the set. As long as Sash doesn't get a point, they're in pretty good shape right now. Sash is at 23-20, so 3
Pressure
points
is definitely on
Pressure
for
is
the
on. for
the
both
guy
teams.
serving right now. That would be
So
Lorenzo, I believe.
Sash needs to get those 2 points in order to force a fifth set. Your Royals need to get 2 points in order to not force a fifth set and potentially win the set and take it home.
Oh, wow.
I was good tip.
Yeah.
Bam. Oh,
We were able to save
Dario
it.
was there. Good read. Yes, and a point for your Royals.
What I'd love to see.
One more point and your Royals ensure that Sash will not be going on. Good thing is, Sash will not be taking home this set, as they need 2 more points in order to take home this set.
If we win this one now, you know, we could. He hits it.
Ooh. Yeah, you hear that? Oh, almost slipped there. The pressure is on.
And it's our.
No. It is a point for us. Is it?
I think it's for them. I think it's,
Both teams looked a little bit
they
confused there.
Yeah. I think there was a call they missed though.
Yeah,
I saw the people in the stands. They
That
were
was
like,
that was different. That was something.
yeah.
Another timeout.
Wow. A lot of those is scored in.
Yeah, this is really a must-watch content right here.
Oh yeah.
Carlos, we might have to clip this and post this on the socials later.
Instagram.
This is this is definitely something here for your Royals. No, really intense.
Yeah. Remember, if we get the last couple points, we win the whole game.
Yeah, Carlos, you're absolutely right. When we get
Pressure's definitely on.
Yeah. No, pressure is on for your Royals. You don't even see them jumping. You don't even see them screaming. They're locked in.
Absolutely.
You know, so you can see they're getting a little tired. This is, this game has been going on for nearly 2 hours, Carlos.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it, but nearly 2-hour volleyball game. I don't remember the last time we had one of those. So this is definitely, a special moment. And you see this team huddle here, I think really solidifies the fact that this is not like, the jumping and the what do you call it, the breeziness that you see in the beginning. But this is a moment where your Royals can win a regional championship, and also first they got to advance there. But this is the biggest moment in the program's history, realistic. But they didn't question or anything. They were like, we lost. That looked like a bad call. That's why there's a timeout. Yeah, that's true. Do you know how we missed the Adam? Okay, because I might have to rush real quick to the bathroom. Carlos, you think you can cover me? Gotcha.
If anything, a solo broadcast.
Yeah, but tell them that this is the end of the 4th set, and we do apologize. The timeout looks a little doing it, bro.
I got you. Hurry, run. Oh, yeah, there. Okay, looks like we're still in the team huddle here. That's really what it's all about, it's talking to your team, game plan, game phases. Looks like Backshots gave him a little inspirational speech. Hello. Okay, seems like we're starting up. Looks like we're in the 4th quarter here. I believe the score is 2-2. With I believe Somerset won the last quarter. it up to 2-2. Okay, looks like we got our teammates wishing each other luck. It's very stressful right now, you know. It's for all the biscuits. Okay, Dario serves. Oh, they were able to receive it. Oh, they just could not nail the hit. The set was a little low there, but you know. Okay, Dario serving again. I've seen a lot of like. If he's on a streak, for sure. You know, he's pretty prone to that. He's a good player. Okay, they hit outside. Oh, he cannot. He's not able to get there. You know what happens, it's fine. Can't get them all, you know. Okay, we have Somerset serving, receive it. Oh, okay, they're able to receive it too. Wow. And they're not able to receive it. Wow. It's really unpredictable, you know, even one bad pass, and it can always come back. Okay, with 2 being, looks like it's 2-2 or tie game. Really anybody's game right now. You know, we're all playing very good. I know we're tired, but you know, gotta give it our all. It's a big game. Okay, 3-2. Serves are the tricky part. You don't want to overshot it. You don't want to hit it too soft. Big aspect of the game. Oh, wow. Okay. And he hits it. Hey! Leave it to Daniel Aza to kill it. Okay, they set it up. Oh, free ball. Okay, hopefully we can work with this. Okay, our point again, 5-2. It's not looking too bad for us right now.
Not bad at all, Carlos.
Yeah, little timeout. Crowd's definitely pumping, I'll say that, you know.
I mean, you gotta love it. Like this longest game, you know, of the
Yeah.
season. The crowd is on fire right now.
Absolutely, with the back-to-back wins and being tied right now, it's a pretty big moment. You know, even if it's 5-2, it can be anybody's game, honestly. You know, it's a fast-paced game like I've talked about before.
Our Royals are ready to get back into the action. Dario's fired up. You hear that scream?
Yeah.
That's how
He's ready. He's
battle ready, you know.
Yeah.
Big moment there for our Royals. Yeah. Not much you can say, but they're pumped.
Oh, you're able to block it. Perfect.
What a block there by your Royals. Easy point there for your Royals. Carlos, what a good start to the set, right?
Absolutely.
You're off the back of a very close set, 2-2.
Yeah.
Fifth set here. You know, that is a close game.
Hey.
Oh, good block there, though. The point is given to Sash. Wow, that is. Your score is still 6-3 for the first time in, well, I don't know, maybe 3 sets. Your Royals are in the lead for the beginning of the set. Of course, Ronaldo Rodriguez, good serve there. Ooh, point there for LaSalle. Bagshaw is like, you know what, I have an injury, but doesn't prevent me from getting points.
Absolutely.
He's fired up. Man, Carlos, look, we've seen a lot of energy at all the volleyball games, but tell me, have you seen energy like this?
Never like this. Definitely
This
one
is
for the
unreal.
ages, yeah.
And tries to tip it
point.
over, but point
Perfect.
for LaSalle. Look at this, Carlos. This is the first set almost.
Wow. We're taking the lead. That's an amazing start.
Now, that pep talk must have worked because you
Absolutely,
see
yeah.
they're fired up. Like
Definitely motivated.
they've been playing for more than 2 hours, and
Yeah.
they're back in it.
Still playing like they're giving me everything.
Oh yeah, giving it everything they
Wow.
got. A point for LaSalle. You might get used to saying that, Carlos, because I think it's happening a lot, man.
Yep, we're on a roll.
Another
TL.
yeah. Let's have a timeout. Why not?
Yeah, I mean it's always good to
Yeah, here we
reconnect
recuperate
to the
because
team.
at the end of the day, look at this. Look at these shots of the fans. Absolutely. Look at this, man.
Amazing, yeah.
Like this is something. You have girls volleyball parents here. You have teachers, students, families. This is just a special moment for all of them to come together.
Yeah. I mean it's a big moment, for everyone, not just the volleyball players.
Oh yeah, it's it's a moment for the school, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty, Rose, as they get back into the action, 9-3 is your score. Now, this is definitely a moment for your Royals here,
Absolutely.
They lost that last set, but that was, that was, like you said, anyone's game, but that could have been anyone's set.
Absolutely.
What was this final score? 23-25? That was very close.
Okay, back shot serves.
Yeah, good serve there.
Manages to get past us, but
Yeah.
yeah, happens.
Happens, Carlos. Happens to you, right?
More times than I can count.
More
but
times than I can count, Carlos.
Yeah. Always push ahead, though. We gotta keep a positive attitude,
You gotta keep that positive mindset.
Absolutely.
Point is out?
I want to say
Out.
a point for us, yeah.
Yeah, could be a point for us.
Oh,
No,
I
point for them.
corrected.
Yeah, 9-5.
Never mind.
Because
Got my hopes up.
got my hopes up. But, keeping that positive energy, that's, not going to hurt. Brian Salgado, of course, leading hitting percentage for Sash. Ooh, boom.
Oh.
Oh! Yeah, he's showing off after that one.
I
What
mean,
was
with
that?
every right, though.
No, every right. I mean,
Yeah,
if
that
you-
was a nasty hit.
if an athlete can hit like that, I'd be showing off too.
Honestly.
I think from what we're seeing right now, Sash is starting to get tired.
Yeah.
Like second and third set, they really, gave it their best, and I think you're starting to see that wear down a little bit. Where it's like this game is 2 hours, it might get to 2.5 hours. This is
crazy.
this is almost getting to 7 innings of baseball. That's what we're looking at, and
Yeah.
this is.
I think the last quarter, the South was kind of getting a little droopy, but after
Yeah.
a few talks, they
No, absolutely.
they woke back up.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of both. It's the fact that the Sash is getting a little tired, but it's also the fact that LaSalle's like realize this is the 5th set. This is it.
Absolutely.
And if winning the 4th set is necessary in order to ultimately win the game, I think it's a sacrifice they're willing to take because
Absolutely.
at the end of the day, that's a test of character. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, it looks to touch the ground there, but
Took refs.
Yeah, point for
Yes.
LaSalle. Okay.
And we will take it.
Hey, we will take that. We will take that happily, Carlos. Let's go Royals.
Yeah. They said it best.
I think that's a testament to the season, you know. Let's go Royals. Boom.
Whoa.
Boom. Oh, almost let go of that one. Oh man!
Definitely did not see that one.
Yeah,
coming.
LaSalle is
Yeah.
not giving them a good time here.
Yeah, we are not playing around.
No, we are not playing around. This is the moment.
Whoa, and
It is out.
Ah,
Point for Sash. Good hit though by Lorenzo. Maybe a little too much force on that one. Just a tad bit too much. Looks like number 12 is hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, he was giving a little bit of a face, but he looks to be all right. Because the ref wanted to make sure he was okay.
nothing you can't play through. You know?
Yeah, nothing you can't play through. Carlos has had, I'm sure you've been injured before.
Oh yeah. At times this dude runs into me. You know?
Yeah?
Yeah. Communication plays a big part. You know?
Communication does play a big part. And Carlos, you know, we were saying we have a good advantage, but we're 2-point deficit right now.
It's not looking pretty, but you know, we can always pick ourselves back up.
We don't have to win by 20, you know? We just need to win by 2. Wow. Another timeout. As your Royals are still in the lead, 11-9.
Yeah.
Carlos, if you were in their shoes, but you are, because you are technically part of that boys volleyball brotherhood, what would you be feeling right now?
Very mixed emotions, you know. Obviously, I'd be excited. You know, it's just a big opportunity for everyone. But definitely, I'd be freaked out. If I was in there, it's a big game, you know.
That's a character tester right there. If I've ever seen one, that's you know.
Takes a lot of heart, you know.
Oh yeah. I had a feeling this game was going to be close, but I didn't know it was going to be
close,
to this level. That is truly special. Yeah, and a point for LaSalle.
Love to see it.
Dario Lamas, ready to serve, ready to get more points on that scoreboard.
Absolutely.
Not that the scoreboard is empty, but you know they want to maintain that advantage. Oh wow!
Oh.
Thought I was gonna get stuck on the net there. Oh, and a point for LaSalle. Good hit there by Lorenzo. Yeah, Lorenzo, you deserve that one.
Celebrated.
You deserve that one. The Royals are 12 points away, Carlos, from securing their spot to regional finals. Of course, that last set was a close one, and it almost looked as if your Royals won that one, but they did Sash man to get that last point.
Alright, as long as we get it over, you know, I'm happy.
As long as we get it over, I'm happy. As long as we get over, yes. That's a simple way of putting it, Carlos. As long as you get it over the net, we're happy.
Any way possible.
Look
you know?
at those cheers, man. That's
school spirit.
That's energy right there. And you know, whether it be on the field, whether it be in the gym, that's something we've seen throughout these broadcasts. You know, you feel that sense of energy and that excitement. You know, here in the in the Royals facilities. Oh. Nice. Oh, good save.
Able to save it.
Manages to keep it in there. Christian.
Uh,
And a point for LaSalle.
LaSalle.
Oh, man. Oh, they do take home this
won.
win because you're
And they
right.
take the
25,
win, yes.
20, we won. Regional finals bound
We take
Royals.
home the win.
Oh, absolutely. That is absolutely correct. Fifth set, that's true. You have to win by 15, and your Royals take home this win. That is a good point, Carlos. Your Royals are regional finals bound, Royals, for the first time in program history. Regional finals on the cusp of a regional championship. Wow, that was a game. Absolutely, Carlos. I completely forgot that. You know, I was like, what are they celebrating? But you're absolutely right. That is this.
That's right.
You know, I'm not
Hey,
used
I'm
to
not
games.
complaining.
I'm not used
I
to
will
games
not be
going to
complaining.
5 sets. But that was
Yeah.
wow. That was something. Congratulations to our Royals here. Wow, what a moment. Well, Royals fans, that was something, huh, Carlos?
Absolutely.
You know, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning into this awesome, journey. Whether this is the last game here, from the Royal Sports Network of the school year. We started with football. We started with that Gulliver game, the preseason game, and now we're here at the, regional semifinals for boys volleyball. What a journey it's been here as a program. This is our first year, really getting into diving all the sports. Unfortunately, we weren't able to cover basketball this year, but
Sadly,
I'm sure for next year. And like Carlos, it's been an absolute blast, man. There is a chance that, of course, we play Sunset here, but I don't know the score yet. I wish I did, but. If this is the end of the road, I'm truly grateful and truly honored to have done this. I want to give us a couple special shout-outs since this would be my last broadcast. I want to shout out Carlos, of course, who's been with me. Javi, who did the first two, Ransom live streams with me. I want to special shout out to Coach Weber, who's helped me on this journey. He's been a great mentor, helping me. I wouldn't be doing this here without him, and he's really inspired me to pursue this. And a big shout out to everyone here at LTV that keeps working on the broadcast, keep helping us out. And I'm truly been privileged here, to do this and to see these results, to be there for that pace game, whether it be on the sidelines, whether it be here in the press box. But it's been a privilege and an honor. And I think Carlos, I think we should send it off here, right? Well,
It's been an honor, man.
Carlos, it's been an honor. As always, Royals. Go Royals.